Guess who's on, motherfuckers? It's me.
Stupid ass. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Genius Brain Podcast. Today, I have my guy.
Hey, tell him who it is.
Hombre, dude.
Tell him who it is. Who's the man?
We got Giovanni.
Hey, we practiced my name. What the fuck?
I believe it's Giovanni. You know what? You finally on the fucking Genius Brain Podcast. You muscled your way in here, and you're finally fucking here, man.
I did. I tricked him. I was like, I can't believe it. We've been friends for how long? You're my son's unofficial godfather.
Godfather.
You've married us. Like, I have a room for you in my house, and then Like that's everything I've given you. Like, I give you all of that.
I've known this bitch for so fucking long. I'm sick of her. I swear to God, dude. So if you guys don't know, Gio was I actually met her through a text conversation first because I met Bart and Joe at the San Diego Asian Film Festival.
Yep.
When I first met Bart and Joe, I was dressed very casual. I had like this big old shirt with like a panda on it. It was like my merch shirt.
What I'm wearing is casual. That's not casual. You were dressed like trash. Tell the truth.
I was wearing flip-flops and socks.
Trash.
These red and black Jordan shirts, a jacket and a t-shirt, and I came on, and then Bart and Joe were like, what the fuck? How come he can dress like that and I can't?
Yeah.
Because at that time, I don't know why I did this, but I made it a point just to dress as shitty as possible.
Yeah.
So when I first did YouTube, a lot of people don't know, if you look back at my old videos, every shirt that I wore was a free shirt.
Yeah.
It was either given to me, or it was a shirt that I picked up at a car wash, or it was some kind of funny little trope that I was doing. But it was funny to me that nobody really kind of picked up on it. But I just hated dressing up. I hated trying to be something that I wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, you're a big hater. We get it.
No. But everybody would dress up super nice, and it wasn't who I was. And plus, as a comic, you don't have to look nice to be funny, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
But you were telling them that they had to dress nicer.
Absolutely, because they look like garbage. They look like trash. They look like ex-fucking convict cholos. Joe was bald at the time.
Yep. Bart
always had like his spike. I mean, he's had the same hairstyle, but like they just look so intimidating, and like they didn't look like comedians. They just looked like they were gonna rob you. So yeah, I was just like, at least dress up a little bit. And they didn't even dress up that much. It was just jeans and a fucking Dickies jacket. I mean, no. Dickies shirt that had Just Kidding films in Old English. Like, it wasn't
like mechanics, dude.
Right. It wasn't like a fucking improvement. And they made it sound like I made them go to like fucking Nordstrom or something and like get some stylists to come in. Like, I'm like, bro, just change your shirt.
Like, we just didn't like dressing up, man. And it was so funny too, because I didn't do it for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I think it was just so uncomfortable. Plus, I was a bigger guy, so I was sweating all the time.
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to sweat. So I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna wear a t-shirt and some shorts. Who cares?
No, I just wanted I just wanted girls to want to fuck them. So I was like, they could get a fan base. I don't know. I just knew old school tactics, and I'm like, I just want girls to want to fuck you, and then guys to want to be like you.
Well, how did you even get into this? This is actually something I don't know. How did you even get into being involved as like managing them? Because you used to manage them.
Kind of, very loosely. Like, no one can really manage them because they're unmanageable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was one of those where the crew was really small. At this point, it was Bart, Joe, obviously, myself, and I think at this time it was just Casey. So
that's right, Casey. That's when Casey was fat with long hair
and that weird little mustache.
Yeah, he was a little greasy.
Yeah. He was pretty gross. Tiff did a great job. Yeah, and then so we were all wearing so many different hats, and I always had this shit where I had to like prove myself. You know what I mean? Like, I had some shit to prove all the time. So if someone was like try to get us here, I'm like, yeah, I could do that shit. I could get you there. So I was always like trying to get them into like shows or different seating, or like you have to be at this event. I'm gonna get you. I don't know. So I had this like attitude about myself that I'm like
a fucking dude.
I guess so. I had big dick energy, or just dick energy, maybe not big. So then I was like, okay, well, because at this point they had taken a hiatus for like a year or two or something like that. And they were kind of becoming like old news because it was like YouTube was popping off.
Yeah.
At this point. So when I came into the picture, it was like, okay, well, let's revamp everything. So then that's when I was like, where do you need to be? Who do you need to be? Who do you need to know? How are we collabing? So then, that was pretty much what I was doing, like just linking them up with everyone.
Oh, so that's why you were reaching out to do these like small collabs.
Yeah, like I was there, like any event that they were at, they didn't really know the people. So I'm like, okay, so-and-so is walking towards you. This is their name. This is what they do. They're like, okay, cool, thanks.
Oh, really? Yeah. It was like that?
Yeah. Yeah, because they were just like, we were writing, I didn't write any skits, but they were writing so many skits and we were shooting so much that like we were uploading a brand new skit like every week. Yeah. Once or twice a week sometimes.
I couldn't really like, I was like them too, where I just didn't want to reach out to people.
Yeah.
Only because for me, I didn't want somebody to say that my success was because of somebody else's hard work.
Dang, fucking Korean pride.
Well, it's because that's why I didn't want to collab. I didn't collab with you guys for the longest time at first because I had a goal. I was like, well, I'll collab with these guys because I like them a lot, but I need to get at least 500,000 subscribers first.
I remember that.
Yeah. So until I get that point, then people can say it's collaborative work and not JK Films gave David So a hand.
Yeah.
So then when things started to even out, I was like, cool.
Let's talk about that, David. Why? Why do you feel like you're not enough, bro?
No, it's not that I wasn't enough. I knew I was enough. That was the problem. I just don't want somebody else to think that my hard work is because of somebody else.
Why do you care so much about what people think about you, bro?
It's not that. It's not that. All right. It's
trying to make him cry. All right.
We're gonna see. No. That wasn't the
right way to do it.
It was a really good moment too because I always wanted to work with them. You know, when I first met them at San Diego because I liked them a lot. They were the only person I connected with at that event.
Did you know about them before?
I didn't until somebody mentioned that they were the Korean History Channel guys. Oh. And I was like, holy shit. Prior to Bart and Joe doing that video, nobody knew how to imitate a Korean person.
Yeah.
They coined that shit. Nobody else did. I knew them because my cousin brought a video. He showed up on YouTube of this Korean History Channel thing.
Bringing a video makes sense back in the day, though.
Yeah, I know. On Thanksgiving. And he was like, did you see this video? I was in tears laughing.
No.
In tears.
That's tight.
And so when I was there, I connected. I was like, yo, you're the fucking Korean History Channel guys, dude.
Yeah.
Till this day, it is still one of the funniest fucking videos on YouTube to me.
Fuck, I don't even remember it anymore, but I get the gist of it. But I remember they were concealing their identity. Yeah. Their ethnicity, I should say, because they were like really about this like Asian American movement and like having all Asians like support each other. Because at that time, I guess now it's different, but at that time, everything was so segregated. Like Koreans only supported Koreans. Chinese were just doing their thing. Like no one was really unified. So when they were doing that, Joe was like, damn, I could never reveal my ethnicity because of like, he's Japanese and there's that whole Korean and Japanese thing. He was like not afraid, that's not the right term, but he was just like, fuck, I don't want people to like give me shit.
You know, when I look back on it, I think it was a mentality that they had because they grew up in LA. Because it's not like that in Sacramento. It's not like that in other parts of California. In LA, it's like that a lot though. Yeah. So I think even when the fan base was like, why would you hide that? It doesn't make sense. It's because LA is very segregated. Yeah. People talk about diversity a lot in this city, and diversity here is a skewed definition because there's Koreatown where the Korean people kick it. There's fucking East LA where the Mexican people kick it, and then there's like Compton.
We kick it everywhere, bro. East LA is all of
They're
California.
also in fucking like K-Town as well.
Little Mexico.
So it's very segregated over here. So I could see why they would think that especially because at that time that they grew up in, and when I'm like 3 years younger than them, so their time too, even though it was 3 years, there was a lot of like gang shit. Yeah. So it's like Korean gangs here. There was like Watching, Hop Sing, Fu Sing, all these like Chinese different gangs too. So
all sings.
Yeah. So it was all. I think for them, like the races were kind of compartmentalized, but I think at that time on YouTube, people were just happy to see Asian people on the screen.
Well, they fucked up. I'll let them know. So keep telling them about how we met, and then our relationship blossomed to something so beautiful and so unbreakable that I could almost cry just thinking about it.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking sack of shit. Okay, but I actually, the funny thing is, so when I first met her, I thought she was a dude because of the way that she would text.
Yeah, I hate when you fucking bring up the story like that, fucking jackass.
Why?
You have to say the first time I met Gio was through text. And then I thought she was a guy. Because then what happens is you leave it open for the diss, and it hurts my heart a little bit because you go, the first time I met her, I thought she was a dude. And then they go, blah, she does look like a man. And I'm a little bit sensitive.
Well, the dong kind of scared me too, so...
So you fucking better say it differently moving
it was
forward.
It was through
The
text.
first time we talked was through text. And I thought she was a dude.
Yeah,
Okay?
and then when I met her mustache scared the fuck out of me.
Fucking bitch.
But the way that she would text was so fucking masculine. Like, it sounded like a guy.
I don't even know what that sounds like.
No, because like...
I'm just fucking... I want business. That's it.
Yeah, but even for business, it was like some shit like, what's up, my guy?
No,
It was
never.
like some shit like that.
Never.
But it was
I was
very...
like, what up, man?
It was very dude-like, you know?
Yeah.
So I assumed that Gio was for Giovanni. And so I was like, why they got an Italian plumber as their fucking manager? I was like, this is fucking weird.
You know what they say about assuming?
What?
You make an ass out of you.
Oh, that's fucking cute. That I actually never heard of that before. That's
Fine.
pretty cute. But in my mind, I pictured this like hairy Italian fuck with like this silk shirt
You're not
with
that far
chest
off.
hair. And so when you came up, I was like, who the fuck is this? I was like, what's up? I'm Gio. I'm like, all right, bro, get the fuck out of here. Where's this guy? You know what I mean? And then I was kind of shocked that this was Gio. It was like this tall Amazonian woman.
This beautiful woman.
Oh God, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
This angel from the heaven.
Yeah.
No, that was the first thing you told me too. You're like, what the fuck? I thought you were a dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I didn't like you because you were like, so I texted you back, or we were in the middle of texting and I was trying to book you for a skit. And then you were like, oh, I don't know my schedule. Just hit up my manager. And I'm like, bitch, you just made one video that went fucking viral and all of a sudden, speak to my manager. I was like, I don't like this fool.
Okay, let me just defend myself real quick because I didn't know how entertainment worked, right?
Yeah.
I was a stand-up comic. I was just trying to get into clubs and get into a slot where I could do past a 5-minute fucking set.
Yeah.
That's all I ever wanted to do. When I started having a manager and he said, just bring everything to me, I just listened to whatever he said.
That makes sense, but
So
I like fucking going in on you.
I just didn't know what was going on. So when somebody asked me to collab, I was like, okay, let me just toss it over to him because I was just busy hitting comedy clubs. My thing was, I was just told, you just be talent, let me handle everything else.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
So I just chucked it over to him. But in retrospect, when I look back at it, it's very douchey to do that.
Fuck yeah, because I'm like, we've already talked, you stupid a-hole.
Yeah, because if it was like Bart and Joe, because you're technically his manager, their manager.
Oh, that's true. I guess we did the same thing.
Yeah, so manager talks to manager. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I'll just talk to Bart and Joe and see what's up. You
That's
know what
true.
I mean? So I was like, well, since you're manager, Mr. Guy, why don't you talk to my fucking manager?
All right,
then?
bro, you didn't make it fun anymore, okay? It was fun that we went back and forth, and now that I think about it, logically, you're correct. It was pretty fucked up on my part, but I'm not going to apologize, all right?
Exactly. There was a couple of things too that when I first met, it was like they wouldn't explicitly say that they were together.
Yes.
But you could tell when there's couple energy. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, these two are together. The person I didn't know that.
Was it because I was grabbing his dick?
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
You were very distant from, but you guys were always staring at each other.
eyes.
I was like, oh, these two are together for sure. Even from the first time I met them, and even Joe, they wouldn't tell me what Joe was, but I was like, this motherfucker, Japanese as hell, dude.
Yeah, because you caught him smelling underwear. He was always in the corner.
Yeah.
fucking-
When I first met Joe, it was him peeping through blinds like this.
He had all these gadgets.
No, if
know?
you just look at like ancient Japanese
He looks
scrolls,
very Japanese.
Joe's face is right there.
Yeah.
So when people couldn't figure out his ethnicity, I was shocked. I was like,
Same.
he's clearly Japanese.
Yeah.
Look at his fucking face.
Yeah.
But everybody thought he was. There's not a single Vietnamese person on earth that looks like Joe.
Yeah, I agree. The first time I met him, I knew exactly what he was.
Yeah. If you could just look in your history books and they look up anything Japan, you'll see Joe's face drawn all over the
Yeah,
place.
for real.
Bart was hard. Bart, I 100% thought he was Korean.
Yeah, he has that because of his nose. His
My
nose and his face, like his structure, like he has a
that
very
fucking fat Korean head like I do too.
Okay, I didn't want to say that. I don't know why, but yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
but
a
Korean
big
people
head.
have fucking fat heads. So I thought he
You
was.
don't have to go like this with your hands. Like you have the fat head, just point at
No,
your
I was
face.
doing this because Bart's head's more square.
Oh, true.
You know, mine's more like round.
True,
His
true.
is square.
True.
So he has the big Korean head. He has like, he knows all this Korean shit. He would talk about like his like tongsangs and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, he was fucking with you.
he was like throwing the scent off, dude.
For sure.
And so when I didn't know that he was Chinese at all because he just knew too much Korean shit.
Yeah.
It's because he hung out with a bunch of Korean people. I would have never fucking known.
Yeah, and he has the anger like a Korean person.
Which, you know, he's actually really nice. The only time I actually saw Bart angry was when somebody was on your car. It was when you guys first opened up Barbell.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this guy that was writing a note on the phone like this. And he was writing a note or something and he was
the
writing
Chinese
on your
guy.
car. And then Bart asked him really nicely, like, hey, can you not write on my girlfriend's car, right? And the guy just went, "Pfft." And he just kept writing on it. And then Bart walked up and he goes, if you don't fucking move, I'm gonna fuck you up.
He said that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
and I ran into Barbell and I opened up the blind. I said, shit's about to go down. I got scared because I've never seen Bart angry before.
I love how you didn't even have his back. I ran inside.
Dude, you saw what I used to look like before. I could get nobody's back. I was scared because I've never seen him angry before. I was like, oh, he's going to kill him. And I just went inside. I just opened up the blind. I was like, fucking get him, Bart.
You
get him.
fucking cute bitch.
Yeah, I was so scared. That's the first time I've ever actually seen Bart mad. Yeah. And I've never seen him mad since, ever in my life. But that was one time I saw a glimpse of it and I actually got like sweats.
Yeah, he's scary when he's mad.
I was like, oh, he's going to kill this guy.
I get mad all the time. Let me know. I'll record it for you.
Yeah, that's different type of mad.
No, it is.
Because he can't strike you.
Yeah, no, it's true.
He could strike the fuck out of that guy though.
Yeah.
But Bart was telling me that he needs that because he's like very energetic, he has to work out. He has to do those things, or he gets like irritated if he doesn't. He
does. Over the Christmas break, like he really wanted to spend time, like have family time, because we just don't see him that much anymore. He leaves like at 5 or 6 in the morning.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and then he comes home like at 7, and then it's like Taika hour, and then Taika goes to bed, and then he's already exhausted. So then during that break, he wanted to just hang out, like wake up and we're all in our PJs. And you know when you just lounge around and like you're just all nasty all day? So he wanted to be like that. And I think on the second or third day, he was just experiencing a lot of anxiety and he just felt like very like panicky. And he was just thinking the worst case scenarios about things. And he was just in his head a lot. And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Let's go work out, dude.
Yeah. So then we went out and I think we went like for a bike ride or something happened where he like got some endorphins. And then he was like, damn, I think I really need to work out all the time.
That's how Mariel is. So if Mariel doesn't work out, she turns into this thing I call a bitch. She turned into a fucking big bitch, and she knows it too. So we figured.
Do you call her a bitch to her face?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Damn it! I was firing up my F.
No.
Like you're.
No. I don't call her a bitch, but she knows that she turns into this huge bitch because she's agitated. Yeah. She feels like her skin's crawling, and so when she was feeling really out of shape, and it's because she got sick and she couldn't work out, she was so fucking mean. And I was like, "Yo, man, bitch, go get into a gym."
You were like, I was like, bitch.
And I said, bitch. No, so we found out that it's because she has to work out. So she went out and she did like a cardio kickboxing class. She came back and she was just leveled out. I was like, oh, you need to work out, dude. Wild. Yeah, she gets very antsy. You have to realize when she lived in Taiwan, she would bike everywhere. She was biking like 30 miles a day. And that's just how active she is. She rock climbs. She does everything.
That's true. Yeah, she doesn't seem like someone that bounces off the wall. But does she have ADHD at all?
Maybe, man, but she doesn't let it get to her because she's always active. She's always moving. If she's not moving, she's agitated. But ever since I lost the weight, if I don't move, I get agitated now.
Oh, shit.
That's why you always see me moving around, jabbing and shit. Like, I think I've always had like ADHD. I was just so fat. It just weighed me down. So
that's fucking crazy.
Man, so Mariel noticed that a lot. She goes like, you cannot stop fidgeting now. Like you went from not moving at all to moving all the time. You can't stay still.
You went from rock to human.
Yeah. She said that she was mentioning today too, because we just had breakfast, and she was like, I remember that, when I haven't seen you in a while because we live separately, I would come over, and then you would just look at me like, let's just lay down for a second, even though I just came into the room because you were so out of shape.
Yeah.
She goes, now you're just like, let's go here, let's go there, let's walk here. And then now you're upset at me for being lazy.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking proud of you piece of shit.
Hey man, it's hard work, like working out, dude. I'll tell you this, dude. I don't think I could ever go back to being like super overweight again because you just don't feel good.
You've always been overweight?
I've been overweight. I fluctuated a lot. So I was always like a chubbier fat guy in high school. And then there was a stint in college where I got really, really fat.
Oh, fuck. I thought you were going to say skinny, but...
No. Well, that happened after. So there was a stint in college from like the first to second year. Well, first year and maybe a few months in, I got really fat. I was with a girl, got really depressed. She dumped me.
Damn it, I was about to say you were getting laid.
Oh, yes, I was.
God damn.
Let me tell you something, dude. You find a girl with some low self-esteem, they do just about anything. So I'm telling you.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, I said this on a podcast before, man. Any guys out there that say they can't get a girl, it's just because you don't swing enough. You just got to get rejected a lot, and somebody will say yes.
Well, we know some people that they swing and they get rejected, so it's not for everybody.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. Yeah, so I got really, really big, and then it was that I kind of went really extreme with working out. So I started doing kickboxing, and I started doing the same thing now, but just smarter. And I started doing a lot of CrossFit, and then I dropped like 50 pounds in like 5 months. You know, when you're younger too, you have a lot more time. I was only going to school and I was failing at school, so I didn't really go to school.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, so I would take this pre-workout called Jacked, and that thing was insane.
Is that the one that had like the fucking illegal substances
like cocaine and shit? Yeah, so I used
like ephedra or some shit.
So I was taking that. So I would do like CrossFit workouts. Then I would play basketball for 3 hours, and I just wouldn't go to class. And then I would do kickboxing on the weekends. And then I dropped all that weight, felt really good, sort of, but then I kept hurting myself. I fractured my ankle playing basketball, my left one, and that's why you have this little ossification.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I have this little bone that formed there. Then I gained all my weight back. And then I just stayed fat, and then I was into comedy. So, you know, I went back to comedy, so I didn't really need to be fit, and I didn't care anymore.
And you still fuck the ladies.
I got some ladies, dude. Damn. It's hard though, and it's weird too when I feel like a lot of incels, like, they don't understand. They go, well, how come he got girls and I couldn't? Guys too, girls.
The truth.
And it was like, well, it's because you just didn't try hard enough, and maybe you just were socially awkward.
Yeah.
You know, so you just, you know, you could. I think girls are way less shallow than men.
Absolutely, 100%. There's like studies that have been like multiple studies that girls like 5 top 3 things do not include the way that a guy looks.
Yeah.
For a guy, the first thing is how a girl looks.
Yeah.
The first.
Exactly. And it's very interesting how that works out too, because I mean, rejection was not good. It didn't feel that great. But when I saw other guys swing constantly too, I was like, oh, I'm just going to swing and see what happens, right? And eventually somebody was, I'm not saying that these women were fucking fine as hell. You know what I mean? But
they're all listening like, fuck.
Bitch, you know you weren't that. You were fucking around with me. Come on now. We were at the same level.
You're not an ugly dude.
Well, thank you. But at that time, really gross. So
I know. I can't believe I just said that. I fucking had to pause myself.
You know what it is? Shit.
I'm just trying to butter you up, bro. It's going to fucking happen. We're going to make fucking David cry, okay? We're going to do this.
I cried too much lately, dude.
I'm going to do it. I'm
all cried out. But going back to you, it's so funny because like with her, I think she always had like this facade of like, oh, mister, I'm Miss Macho Girl. I don't care about wedding rings. I don't care about nothing.
Yeah.
And I was just rolling my eyes like, bitch, you are soft as fuck.
Why didn't you tell me, you stupid asshole?
I think everybody told you though. Everybody did, but you didn't realize it yourself.
No, I didn't know. I was completely oblivious. I thought that's who I was.
Yeah, because when you said you didn't ring, everybody's like, well, whatever, dude. But you're like, well, no, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
I didn't realize how traditional I was.
You are traditional. Yeah, you know, and it's interesting too, because I think I realized how nice of a person she was when I used to have this old Camry, and I was driving on the freeway, and this dude had a bunch of bricks and other construction shit on it. Brick flew off, took out one of my tires, and I kind of like put on Instagram story at the time. And then the first person that calls me is her. She calls me and she asked me if I'm okay, if I need any help. I was like,
I don't even remember this shit.
That's how sweet you are, bitch.
It didn't happen.
She was so sweet. Before anybody else contacted me, she contacted me first.
No, are the mics breaking?
No,
are they fucking
dude.
breaking? Whoa.
I was shocked. I was like, holy shit, like this girl's really, really sweet. And I started to see like little small things. I was like, she fucking cares about me.
That's fucking crazy. You would have to like really squint and sit still to see like the glimpses of like the chick Geo trying to come out, huh?
No, but you were very, very feminine though.
Was I?
Yeah, and it always felt like, you know, what it felt like was you would have this tendency to try to always prove somebody wrong, even though nobody was saying that you couldn't do something.
I know. I don't know. I mean, I know where that comes from now, but I hate that.
You know what I mean? And I was like,
yeah, 100%.
Nobody called you weak. Nobody called you anything, but it's like, I could do this shit. I could do this shit. It's like, bitch, nobody said you couldn't.
I know. I don't know why I was I recently this year was like, you know, doing a lot of like self-discovery and shit. And I realized that I'm like, or at least I was constantly just trying to prove my self-worth to people. Like when I respect someone, because I don't respect a lot of people, but when I finally respect someone, I want them to feel like I'm on their level. Like that's how fucking pathetic that like I was.
Why?
Why I wanted to be on their level?
Yeah, why?
Because I just felt like they possessed things that I didn't have yet at the moment, or there were things that I'm like, that I was just like, wow, I admire that about you so much. I want to possess that too. So like, that's where the respect came. And I just felt like, well, I'm not on your level just yet, but I'm going to get there. And I think that mentality, that though it's wrong, has like really helped me to be where I'm at now. Because I was always like, I'm beneath you, but I want to be on your level.
But you're in the last like 2-3 years, you've been a lot more emotional, like emotionally available.
Have I?
Yes, you're a lot. I mean, it's all like the sweetness that I really enjoyed about you. And I always thought that you were a lot more
Are you going to cry?
No.
Fuck.
I always thought that you were a lot more sweet to me, but also too, I'm a very churchy, open, loving guy.
Yeah, you are.
So you're very sweet to me, but now you kind of have that same sweetness with other people too now. Like you're a lot more open to like our friend group. You know what I mean? Because I feel like with me and you, it's always been like that.
You created a safe space for me.
Yeah, so we always can hug each other. We can always have fun, talk openly and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I can see you doing that with a lot more other people now. And I'm like, oh, she's a lot more open now.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I mean, I know what happened. There were a lot of things that definitely challenged me in my life. And it was just one of those where like I wanted to be a good person for Taika. Because I'm just like, fuck, man. Like I just felt like I had deep relationships with people, or so I thought. But I felt like the way I would see you have a deep relationship with someone versus my relationship with someone else, I just felt like, damn, that's not that deep. Like in my heart, I wanted it to be even deeper, but I just didn't know how to take it to the next level. And I always felt like, fuck, what's wrong with me that I can't connect with people? Like what is it that I'm lacking? What is it that I'm missing? I feel like it can go, like my relationship with XYZ person can be deeper, but I just don't know how to get it there. And I just always thought something was wrong with me. And then
so are you can you like connect with people better now then?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, because before it just felt like I had so much anxiety and I had like, I guess, low self-esteem where I just felt like I didn't belong at the table that I was at in my group of people. And then I just felt like I didn't know enough. Like I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what you're talking about, but let me just try to like pretend, or like I'm just gonna listen.
Oh, I never know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I love that shit though. That's like the most popular comment that I used to get on JK News is like, DavidSo is such a hypocrite. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm like, I never said I did.
True.
I'm like,
they gave you the credit.
I never said I did, dude. I just like talking.
Yeah.
Like whether you could take whatever you want, it's not my responsibility to fact check myself. You fact check my shit, loser. You know what I mean?
All I heard you say was fat check.
Yeah, fat check me and fact check me, homie. I don't give a fuck. But that's so interesting because I think a lot of people wouldn't understand why you would have low self-esteem, because on the outside everybody looks at you. Oh my god, this
and
makes
it's low
me
self-esteem
sick.
for people that I care about, though.
Oh, it's not like strangers. And
no,
stuff.
I wouldn't give a fuck about strangers because I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like, are you even at my level? Not to say that I'm like, that sounds so fucking cocky, but I'd just be like, we're not even at the same table, dog. Like,
yeah, because I don't fucking know you.
Go sit over there.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about other people.
Yeah.
But if I gave a fuck about you, it's because I respected you and I love you, and I'm like, fuck, I need to earn this love from you. And I was, the high anxiety in my mind was always going like, why'd you say it like that? Damn, they're gonna think you're a bitch. Like,
damn, I don't even do any of that stuff, dude. When I meet somebody, I just follow my gut. I'm like, is this person fucking weird, or are they not? Yeah, I mean, and I like weird people. I like weird but fun. If you're just fucking weird, I hate that shit.
Am I weird?
You're weird, dude. You're really weird. You're an
Fuck, dude. I just asked one time.
So you're fucking odd, dude. I like I think all my really, really close friends that I love, that I consider family, they're very fucking odd.
Yeah.
But the quality that they all have the most is loyalty. So like if that's like the main thing that matters the most. So
yeah,
because you've seen like people that I hang out with, they all have that one similar quality. It's like, I trust them. I toss my house key to you, I'm okay. You wouldn't rob me. And then same thing, if you gave me your house keys, I wouldn't rob you either.
Same, yeah, I feel that.
So, but they're all different walks of life. Some of them grew up in the nicest neighborhoods, some of them grew up in shitty neighborhoods. But that one thing is kind of binds them all, is loyalty, and also they're not socially awkward.
Yeah.
So that's what I really prefer.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really connect with someone that's socially awkward.
It's hard, man. I try, dude.
Yeah.
I try sometimes because like I understand what they go through, because I was also very socially awkward, and I still have my socially awkward moments when I go to these Hollywood stuff and I don't want to connect with people.
Yeah.
I just became okay with it. It's like, oh, I'm socially awkward because I could give a fuck less about you. That's why.
That shows you how socially awkward I am, because I'm like, you sound perfectly fine to me.
Oh, really?
And then other people are probably going like, God damn, that was weird. And I'm like, I get it.
One thing I know about you though is like, I don't think you like silences.
Me?
Like when you meet somebody, or there's like I think you always like to try to make them feel comfortable. So you always try to talk to them as much as you can, and there's no silences.
Because I know I have a RBF, And I don't want people to feel uncomfortable around me.
Oh, is that what that is?
And it depends. Like if this person, you brought this person out, then that's
out
of respect to you. Yeah. But like if this person just kind of randomly showed up, I don't give a fuck. Like I won't even look in their direction.
Because I'm really comfortable with like you, Bart, and Joe now. So like for me, like I always tell, like I think even with Mariel, she goes, sometimes you just don't talk to me. It's like because I'm like that with people I care about a lot.
I feel that to the core.
Yeah. Like I could just be around you.
Yeah.
And I'm happy.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't need to have an in-depth conversation with you. It'll happen a lot if we haven't seen each other in a while. But literally, if you just sat there all day and didn't do anything, I'm pretty happy. I'm like, that's good because it just feels comfortable being around family.
Yeah, it does. And like we just figured like we know each other for so long. We like, why do we have to talk right now?
Exactly. It's just like, cool. You just come in. Like even at JK News, we would be out there, you know, in my Honda Element, and she's like, I'm just gonna come here and chill. I'm like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, and it's so comfortable.
Yeah, and we just chill, and then things are really cool. I think that's when like friendships really start to form, where it starts to become family. Like, because when you grow up in a family, you don't need to talk to your family member every day. They're just there. Yeah. And it's like, cool, brother or sister's here.
Yeah.
And then you just hang out and then see what happens.
You're like my type of people though. Like, you're just so upfront. Like, I don't have to guess around you. Like, I know if you're upset. I know if you're happy. And I just kind of know how to navigate around that because it's just so straightforward, and that's just what I need. It's just with other people where I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do, and maybe that's when you hear the no pauses because I'm like, fuck, am I like being an asshole right now? Like, that's when the anxiety fucking kicks in, and I have to be like, okay, wait, I gotta talk because that's what normal people do. We talk.
This podcast is brought to you by Purple, my friends. Purple mattress makes me feel good. Good for my back and good for my sleep. Before I had a Purple, I was a walking zombie. That's an original song. They probably won't use it, but on this podcast, they have to use it. Well, my Purple mattress, my friends, is one of my favorite things on earth because it gives me the best sleep. I used to have a terrible mattress before because everybody told me that a spring mattress with like a topper or something was the best thing to do, or it was the best thing for your back, and they lied because I use a Purple mattress and I've had the best sleep I've ever had in my life. 100-night risk-free trial. If you're not fully satisfied, you could return your mattress for a full refund backed by a 10-year warranty. Free shippings and return. You're going to love Purple. And right now, my listeners will get a free Purple pillow with the purchase of a mattress. That's in addition to the great free gifts they're offering site-wide. Just text BRAIN to 84-888. The only way to get this free pillow is to text BRAIN to 84-888. That's BRAIN to 84888. Well, one of the things I'm trying to fix too is like, when I have this weird gut thing that I don't like somebody, it's highly apparent. And I'm trying to learn how to like not show it as much.
Yeah.
So like that's what Nick says. He goes, I could tell you don't like that guy. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, trust me, I could tell. Like you're all happy, and then when this person talks, you just
Same, dude.
And I'm
Same.
like, oh shit, I didn't know I was doing that. I'm like, fuck, man.
Same, dude. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe operate with fucking love, you piece of shit.
Maybe I'm trying, dude. It's hard, but it's like sometimes people say stuff and I'm just like, oh God, guy, like you and I don't like. When I went to a wedding with Mariel recently, and I can't believe that everybody at that wedding I fucking hated.
Everyone at that wedding, even the grandma?
The grandma too, she could get it too.
What a bitch.
No, but we were at the wedding, and you know the person that I liked was the person that was getting married and the husband, but there was just people there that the conversations were so fucking annoying and how they were. And there was this guy there too, who kind of probably reminds me of my younger self, but he's like 38, right? Everything that he was saying was a fucking joke. Like I just met him and he was just joke. Couldn't get a word in edgewise. And I'm like, bro, nobody's laughing at your shit. Like your first couple of jokes got a couple of smirks. End up on top. Drop it. And so he just kept doing it over and over.
Like dad jokes and shit?
Dad jokes, interrupting our conversations. And I'm like, yo, bro, shut the fuck up.
He's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some drinks. Anyone, I'm going to make like a banana and split.
Like shit like that.
What a fucking guy.
It's like, come on, guy, you fucking cunt bag. Shut the fuck up. And I wanted to say that shit, but Meryl was like, you don't like him? And I was like, can you tell?
Yeah.
Like, I'm very good at being social when I have to be, and at weddings is my shit because I'll turn it on. This one I was like, can't do it, and I just opened up my phone. I don't even play games. I started playing games on my phone.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I feel that, dude. I feel that to the fucking core. You and I don't like a lot of the same people. We bond because I'm like, that person right there, I don't fucking like him. You're like, same.
Yeah, I don't like them, and it's it just seethes out of me, dude. I'm like, oh.
I don't know. I don't like that either about myself because I'm like, well, I shouldn't say it. I mean, I'm kind of okay with it, but I want to change it. I want to be more loving. 2020 is fucking love year for me.
I'm trying to, I will always follow my gut feeling. And, you know, it's been wrong quite a few times, but I'm okay with being wrong, you know, because what am I really losing is what I feel. But then when that person, just because everybody else gives them a chance, it doesn't mean I will, because I'm going to follow my gut. Now, it has been wrong a few times, but I say for me, 90% of the times it's been pretty right. So I'm just going to go with that probability.
Yeah.
And it's not because that person's a evil person sometimes. It's just
you
and I
gel.
We don't vibe, dude.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? But then sometimes some people they're like, oh, why are you being so, I'm not being mean to you. It's just everything you say makes me want to shoot myself in the face. So it's better that I don't talk to you and I avoid that conversation, because then it'll be confrontational, because you and I just we're not the same people. We're not cut from the same cloth. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You just have to be cool with it too. Then we can, you know, semi get along. We can say what's up, all that other stuff, you know, give each other daps, have light conversation. But when you try, it's like, no, let's get some lunch. Let's grab, nah, bro, we ain't at lunch. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and talk to you and eat a sandwich with you. I like sandwiches.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to eat the sandwich
by myself.
I can't deal with that shit, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy because like I thought that was the norm, right? And I thought like, okay, there's just some people you can't gel with, and of course you have your close circle of people or whatever. But I was like always wondering, like, is it really like that? Like if I have this gut feeling or I don't vibe with them, that I'm just gonna have like my fuck you face on and I'm like annoyed, or if they say some shit, I'm just like, oh God, shut up. But then I went to the seminar, this Tony, I fucking sound like everything you fucking heard me on, I bring it up. And I swear, I mean, it's not a cult.
She's I
didn't drink the fucking Kool-Aid.
So Gio has joined the cult, and I have been trying to get her out of it for...
No, don't say that. They're going to believe you.
I'm kidding. She's not.
No, it's not even
a joke.
It's not even a cult. Not even close.
Tony Robbins, by the way, I actually know quite a few people that has gone to Tony Robbins seminars, and they all loved it.
Tight.
So
I went to it, and there's 5,000 people, and like when people operate with like not trying to prove shit, not trying to like be like, what's your status in life and how can we like collaborate or gain from each other, like when people just operate vulnerably from their heart, it was like fucking dope. I was with 5,000 people and I felt like all of those people were my best friends.
Yeah, that's the hard part about being in entertainment industry. That's what this business is. It's, am I going to develop this relationship with somebody because I can take away something from my career?
Yeah.
And that's why it was so hard for me to be in acting, because I've never operated that way. My channel has never operated that way. I've only done stuff that I've liked. If something was popping and popular, I couldn't do it because I didn't like it. Mind you, if I liked it, I would do it.
Right.
You know, like the Gangnam Style stuff. I was like, oh, I gotta parody that
Yeah, you
stuff.
have to. You look like
I did that. But then, yes, and it was... I actually do really look like him. But there was, and then, you know, when there was like the time when people were doing Asian people say, Black people say.
Yeah.
I didn't find any of that funny. I didn't do it.
Right.
You know, it would have been great for my channel, but that's not how I operate. So I didn't do these things.
That's why you're my fucking people, man. Like, you're not fake. I love that. I love that.
But it's not very good for business. I'll tell you that.
No, it is though. Think about it. Like even with like, we're fortunate enough to be in spaces that we can talk to people that are like highly successful in their industry. Like I'm talking about like famous people. And for them, like I respect them because they're just like, we just want to hang out, not because of what you can do for me, but because you're cool. And if something flourishes from it, cool. It might be today, it might be tomorrow, it might be 10 years from now. But let's just see if we just vibe.
Yeah.
And that's the type of shit that I like to do. Like if I vibe with it, I'm going to roll with it. If I can't vibe, like you're going to, like my face, if I don't like something or you, then I can't hide it.
Yeah.
Like it's just, there's no longevity with that. Yeah.
And I'm always like, you know, we talked about this too, where I think towards the latter end of 2019, my biggest thing that I started to realize that something I didn't like in people were people who aren't very grateful. So like I cannot stand that. It bothers me a lot. And you know, I've had this conversation with Joe too, where I started to realize the people that I'm not close to are the ones that complain about stuff that other people wish that they had.
Yeah. So
that's the hard part for me, because you know, you grew up in East LA. I grew up in like South Sacramento. My best friend and I, we connect so much till this day because he and I, we're always grateful for our shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think when I started making a lot of money, I kind of forgot a little bit about that stuff. And so I got things because I wanted to have it just to say fuck you to somebody, right?
Right. I mean, we grew up so fucking poor too.
I know.
It's like finally it's our chance to get like the fucking thing that we always wanted.
Mm-hmm. And it felt good at the moment, but all those stuff started to become very fleeting.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't focus on my health. I was like, what I was trying to make myself feel better was by buying things, right? I bought new shoes, I got better clothes, I got the nice car, I got all this other stuff, and I just sat around, and the moment that I had the car, it felt great for the first like month, and then it disappeared, and I was like, what next? Let me go buy something else.
True, bro. That's
right?
so true.
You try to fill this hole with stuff. You try to fill this hole with air.
Yeah.
And that's all that it is. And so I started to realize.
You fucking rich bitch. You're like, I got this new car. And like, after a month.
You make so much more money than me. You shut the fuck up. I took a 2-year break. I was broke.
I'm not complaining. But after I bought like my third LV purse. After my third LV purse, I was like, oh, God.
It's funny too, because even then when I was buying things, I was still very frugal, but it was it was stuff that I would never ever think about buying. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even like cars. Why the fuck? Well, I know why I bought the Tesla. I like tech.
Yeah.
So, I still love that car, but at the time I just thought to myself, like, something really small. It was like, I bought a car that cost me, after insurance and everything else, I decked out this Model S, and it was like, $1,500 a month. I could have kept my same Jeep. No, actually I gave that to my parents, but I could have got another car.
What a good piece of shit you are.
Whatever. I could have had like a
I love how we can't give each other compliments and take them. Nah, shut up.
No.
Fuck you, you're dumb.
So I could have gotten like a decent car that I would have enjoyed, and that rest of that money, let's say it was like $1,000, I could have gave that to my parents. Like, why didn't I give that to
You can't think like that, dude. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We grew up poor. So like for me, it was dope to like experience it, get it out of my system. Once it's out of my system, I'm like, cool, been there, done that. I don't got to go back.
Yeah.
People like us, we move forward.
Yeah.
Is what I've noticed. Like if I want to do something, I do it, and I'm like, okay, is that something I'm gonna keep around? Is this something I'm gonna keep doing? Yes, no. I assess it, and then I'm like, okay, cool, got it out of my system. Moving on. That's
why. Yeah, and then I'm glad that we did go through that stuff.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't, I'd probably be wondering why I didn't do it when I was younger.
Yeah, and you don't have kids. Like, you don't have. Why am I on your fucking side right now?
Hey, man, getting on my side.
Did you put some gas in this fucking room?
Oh, what do you
think
that?
Nice?
Oh yes, I did, dude.
I heard something go off.
There's like a pink mist going on right now.
Yeah. What the fuck? I mean, fuck you. You're trash, and you don't know how to manage your money.
But that's what it is. Like, we spent money on stuff that we didn't like, and that's why I started spending money more on traveling. Because when I started to realize that the things that I enjoyed the most, that I got to look back on, no matter how many times I went, was traveling. I look back at these memories, and it makes me feel good. I don't look back at the Tesla and be like, God, I remember when I had that Model S and it was decked out. I remember when I had all these like J's and shit. It didn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
So I sold a majority of my shoes. I got rid of the Model S, and then I have the Honda, which I have to get a new car. Fuck, it pisses me off. But
dude, sorry, but quick story. Yeah, I see why it's breaking down now, because he's always complaining about his fucking car that keeps breaking down. This motherfucker not only showed up late to his own podcast.
3 minutes late.
Is the word late still in that sentence?
Oh, you're gonna be a great mom. Your kid's gonna hate your guts. Go ahead.
I'm already preparing for the fucking back and forth we're gonna have. So he was already, not only was he late, but he walks to me. We're about to walk up here, and I hear his fucking car engine on. I'm like, is it gonna turn off on its own?
It's because I got so excited to see her. I was so happy, and look how beautiful she is today. Her beauty took my breath away, and then I lost air and I passed out, and I forgot to turn off my car.
You're forgetting.
That's what it is, okay?
That's
but yeah, that car's fucking breaking down now. But even then, the thought about me buying a new car bothers me, because I have to spend money on this shit.
Yeah.
I've become very, very frugal lately.
Fucking ajashi, dude.
I am. Like, I don't care about like a lot of material things now. And I really understand now why people, when they make a certain amount of money, they just don't care. And I actually learned a lot from when I go to Hawaii. Like, a lot of these dudes, they just work in like the part-time jobs, whatever.
And they're so happy.
They're happy. They have families. Their kids are fed. Everything's cool. And I'm like, yo, how come I can't have what they have in terms of happiness when I have more than I need?
Right.
And it made me feel terrible. I'm like, I have more than I need. Like, my parents too, they used to work, man, fuck. My parents used to work 80 hours a week. Right?
God damn.
Yeah, so they used to open the store around like 8 to 7 a.m. depending. And then we would close the store at 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Then my dad would go to seminary school online, and then he would work at the church my mom and dad would work at the church on Sundays. That's what I'm saying. My mom used to cook food for the and on Saturdays too, for Hangarakyo, the Korean school.
Hangarakyo.
Yeah, Hangarakyo. we would at night at Saturday, I used to complain because I had to make sandwiches and, you know, do all the drink stuff for the lunch for the Hangarakyo kids that I was a part of as well. So I would do that for my mom. And then my mom on Sundays would cook food for the whole church of like 300 people.
Fuck.
And then she would go back to work on Monday.
Damn.
And so this is where everything that I came from. And then I'm like complaining about the small little things that I don't have doesn't really make sense. And I think that's why, once again, just to wrap it back, I don't like people who aren't grateful for what they have. If you have a lot of the things already that you kind of take granted for, just like, I know this sounds dumb, and when you get older, if there's a lot of younger people listening to this, food, shelter, family, friends, those things are fulfilled, life is pretty fucking good.
It is. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's why, like, when I have kids, I'm gonna put them in a church and I'm gonna send them on mission trips, because that gave me a lot of clarity too.
Oh.
Mission trips gives you a lot of clarity because you really get to see how other people live, and it's their fucking daily life.
Why don't you just live in the hood? Have 2 houses, one in the hood where they get like shot at.
I'm gonna Truman Show my kids till they're 18.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna have a really rough life, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna kick this cardboard down and like, look, Daddy has money.
Oh my God.
Stupid bitch.
I know of a family, not my family member, but I know of someone that has I don't think Bart gives a fuck. So it was Bart's cousin. His uncle is pretty well off in Taiwan, and he's has his own practice as a dentist, and he has like multiple houses out there, and his kids never knew about any of that wealth. And it wasn't until they were like 18 that they were like, what the fuck? We suffered so fucking much, and we had we have nice cars, we have a fucking dope ass house. Like, why did you do this to us? Like, we went to school with other rich kids, but we were the poorest ones there. Like, they would wear hand-me-down clothes and shit.
That's tight.
I'm like, that's fucked up.
I actually want to do that.
Okay.
I really do. I'm so scared that when I have kids, like, they're gonna grow up to be spoiled.
Same, dude.
I'm scared.
Right now, I'm like, fuck, am I doing too much for Taika? And I try to like shut that voice in my head and going like, no, it's good. This is all training.
Well, I'm scared too, because like I see small, like, Taika's not even my kid, but he fucks up, and I just like, I can't stop smiling, and I'm like, I don't want to give him stuff, and I look at Bart, and Bart's just like, I know, man. I was like, yeah, like it's not even my kid, you know what I mean? So with my kid, I'm gonna be worse.
Different. Yeah, no,
I'm gonna be worse now.
No, you're not. It's different when it's your kid.
Okay, I was suffering. I was like, oh God, I just want to help.
No, other people's kids, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. He just threw that at your head. That's fucking cute. And then Taika does it. I'm like, you piece of fucking shit. What are you doing?
He's so smart.
He's really smart.
He's a little too smart.
He talks so much right now. He'll be like, Mama, what are you doing?
That fool the other day when we were at the house, this fool kept on taking all the toys, putting into the bucket, and I'm like watching the fight. Dio, what's up? And he dumps the toys on him. Yeah! He did that to me like 80 times, and I couldn't stop laughing because how funny it is to me.
Yeah.
But he just wants to grab your attention, and he's so fucking cute, dude. I love that kid, dude.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's the best.
Yeah, but I'm with you 100% when someone is ungrateful. I think I don't know if I recognize it off the bat, but there's like this feeling that I get where I'm like, damn, something about you is wrong or is off, or I don't vibe with that. But now that you pointed out the ungratefulness, I think that really irks me too.
Yeah, because there's just a lot of things that's encapsulated about not being grateful that kind of like broods certain personality traits that I don't like, right?
Yeah.
Because people who are also very ungrateful are also whiners and complainers. They're also people who don't take on personal responsibility. It's just a litany of things that I don't like about a person that starts with not having gratitude.
Yeah.
And that's a very important part. And it also helps with just kind of like being happy too.
It does.
Looking for positive things in your life.
Yes.
If you ever say to me, like anybody comes up to me, well, you have it good. Bitch, you didn't grow up with me when I was a kid. You didn't grow up with me. You don't know what it's like.
How can you have it good with a face like that?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Because you know what? It's hard being so pretty. Oh, this bitch right here. Let me tell you this quick story, right? Yeah, we had.
All right, thank you guys so much for listening. No. Make sure to follow me at geo_.
So, you know. JK has this thing where when we have problems, we all like to come together and then talk about our issues. And so we're all having a heartfelt moment.
God, I hope someone out there can relate to me.
People are crying. People are opening up. They're talking about.
You're laying it on real thick.
They are talking about like growing up with like crackhead moms. They're talking about, getting their ass beat, not feeling any self-worth. And this bitch, dead silent in the room. She goes, I got something to say. And she goes, yeah, my whole life. You guys don't know what it's like being beautiful. You hear the eyes roll in the room.
Bro,
I said, oh my God.
I felt all the draft from all the fucking eye rolling. Like, I was like, Gio, the time wasn't right now, Gio.
I was like, read the fucking room, bitch. Like, I could not stop laughing. Listen, I understand her point was valid, but she's gonna tell her point, which makes complete fucking sense when it's encapsulated right. But the moment was so off.
I thought it was a safe space. I thought it was a judgment-free zone. I thought we were family.
But you gotta realize I was also in the room.
God bless Nikki for I think she's so fucking intelligent that she read the room and was like, oh, this bitch done fucked up. So then she stepped in and she was like, yeah, I can relate to that, Gio. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, thank you so much, Nikki. Fucking, I love you forever.
That shit was so fucking funny, dude.
I don't even know if I want to explain it. I think I just want to leave people thinking I'm a fucking asshole.
No, you should explain what she means by it, because I get it, because I wouldn't understand because I was never treated this way. But please continue, cuntbag.
Okay, so the reason why, like, so we were really trying to uncover, like, our triggers and stuff. And in order for me to relate or give advice or my 2 cents to someone, I have to be able to empathize and really put myself in that situation so that I can give the best advice possible or just suggestions or whatever. So then I forgot what we were talking about, but I was just like, fuck, yeah, like, why do I have a fucking resting bitch face? Like, why am I always so standoffish? Like, Bart calls me a porcupine. Like I'm cute, like, you know, behind closed doors, but with the public, I'm just this spiky person, like, get away from me, fuck you, you know? And I'm like, why am I like that? And I'm like, oh shit. Okay, I think it stems from, like, the neighborhood I grew up in. Like, if you didn't grow up in East LA, I'll let you know. Like, and if you're a girl, it doesn't matter how you're dressed. Like, I could have this jacket zipped up from, like, the bottom of my feet all the way to my, like, chin, and I'm still gonna get catcalled. Like, I'm still gonna
she's not exaggerating, by the way, because I actually do remember seeing this happen to her for the first time. We actually were going to go eat at Parks Barbecue. It's this really good Filipino barbecue spot near K-Town. And shit, you know, she was just dressed in regular clothes. This dude rides up in his car, hey, right at her. And Bart was right next to her.
I was like, they don't give a fuck.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
she's like some real shit.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Mexicans or Latinos or whatever, they're all this way, but it's a
part of the culture, though.
There's a big ass fucking handful of people that are men that do that to women. So growing up with that, I was always like, fuck you, like, I'm not your piece of meat. I'm not here for your fucking entertainment. So I started putting on this persona of like I'm kind of manly. Like, why would you want to fuck something that's manly? Like, are you gay, bro? You want to fuck a dude? You know? So I would try to, like, put myself, like, in show myself in that light. And then, like, when it came with friends too, like, this is in high school or junior high, like, I would find out that when I thought we were friends, they wanted more. And I'm like, oh man, like, you were such a good friend, shit. So then I always thought it was my fault. Because I'm like, shit, okay, well, maybe I'm, like, giving off the wrong signals here. Like, maybe I'm flirting or something.
No, guys just think that they take kindness as flirting all the time.
So then that's why I wouldn't want to be kind. I'd be like, oh, dog, or I'd hit him. Like, I would act like another guy. Just so that they can,
they'd be like, oh, she fucking touched me, dude.
Like, oh, she's like one of us, you know? Or like, yeah, like, I've had girlfriends in the past, like in high school, where they're like, why are you flirting with my man? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he looks at me, I don't know. Like, so there were so many things that, like, over the years, I'm like, man, this fucking sucks. Like, I have to. This sounds so stupid when I say it out loud.
No, I do understand what you're going through, even though I don't know what it's like, because nobody has ever done any of those things to me ever in my life.
Yeah.
What the fuck you flirting with my woman, dude? I'm like, what the hell? Nobody's ever said that to me. But I do understand what that feels like, because I think for what you're saying, it's just kind of like you don't know who to be, because everything that you do, you're walking on fucking eggshells.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Like I'm trying to be super macho, but then I don't feel like myself, so it fucking sucks. Yeah. So I let my guard down, and then they're like, why are you fucking hitting on my man? It's like, well, what the fuck do you want from me now?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's literally the story of my life. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to, like, be other things for other people to make them feel comfortable.
You have to hang out with other hot bitches, dude. And then it's all gravy.
I did, and it was gravy. It was really good.
And then other people have to be already in relationships. You got to find the right pieces.
Yeah, and I did. Like, the whole JK, like, all the girls are fucking smoke shows, you know? So I have no qualms there.
I mean, that's all just, like, people dealing with their own personal, like, insecurities and stuff too. And it's so funny how this wraps up to another podcast. We're talking about how guys just sometimes, when they're young too, they're so fucking horny. They take a woman's kindness as them oh, this could possibly be a relationship.
Yeah.
I was like, well, maybe you're a nice guy and she's a nice girl.
Yeah, that's
right?
about it.
And you know, when a girl is really like flirting, there's bigger signs. It's different. It's a fucking different vibe. You know what I mean? And so I think a lot of these guys who like to develop relationships by sneaking in.
Yeah, fucking weasels. I don't like that.
Yeah, they always do it that way. And that's what's kind of worked for them, where they find a girl who's a little down and out from a relationship or something else. And they go, hey, I can be your shoulder to cry on.
Fuck those guys. If you're one of those guys, fuck you. I hate you. I hate guys that are like that. I hate it.
I hate guys like that too.
I'm like, you're such a fucking pussy, dude.
Yeah, like, because they're also afraid of rejection. And then what happens is they either say, oh, I got friend zone, or they say like, nice guys finish last.
Yeah, suck a dick.
And I hate that phrase the most. And they probably heard this shit in 3 podcasts recently just because I hate it so much.
Oh my God, they were your guests?
No, it's just, I've been seeing it pop up a lot recently. It's been on my nerves. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Because they're trying to relate to somebody in some type of way. They're like, yeah, I'm just that's why I'm always single. It's like, no, you're single because you're a loser.
Right.
Right? Because you also don't dress.
There's someone for everyone, bro. Yeah. Like the fucking, there's people that will find their perfect partner to shit on their chest. Think about that. You know what I mean? Like, that's some fucking wild shit, but they're in love and they make it work. I'm like, you need some fucking self-reflecting, bro.
Dude,
you need Tony Robbins.
I was in that fucking the Big Mood podcast now, and you know, just Gina talking about her weird preferences. I was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? She was like, nope, there's no such thing as too much choking. I'm like,
yeah, there's not.
What are you saying right now? I was like, you're blacked out.
You can't yuck her yum. That's her.
You
that's
can't yuck my yum.
Yeah, you can't yuck her yum.
She was saying weird shit, and I'm like, all right, there is somebody for everybody out there. There's some guy that's gonna nut on his own face and eat it. Then I guess that's you. Like, you fucking weirdo. What are you saying right now? So, hey.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear that shit, that good guys finish last. It's like, no, just be honest. Like, that's the first step. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Be real honest too. Like, it's so interesting too. Like, see, that's what she meant by the pretty people problem. You know, it's just hard being so beautiful. It's hard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're wrapping it up.
Yeah, I got you.
Where's it going? Are you going to make fun of me? I was waiting.
No, I got you, dude.
Okay.
I understand, dude. It's very, very difficult.
Fuck you.
You know what it's like being ugly, dude? It's hard.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a lot harder, okay? It's way more fucking difficult.
But you're funny, and girls don't give a fuck about what you look like.
Oh, they do care.
Not that much. I've dated, this is going to sound so fucked up. I've dated very unattractive people. I think most of my guys have been not like the 10s. And not on purpose. They just have the best fucking personalities.
I know, but the looks do matter to a certain extent, because I like, guys have to get that too.
That's true.
It does matter. You know what I mean?
It plays a role, but it's not the only thing.
Oh, for sure, it's not the only thing. I think it matters more for men than it does for women.
Yeah, you guys are visually stimulated.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I think that's just for my anecdotal observations and stuff like that. But
David, it's biology.
Okay, it's biology. I don't fucking know. It is what it is, right?
Yes, bro.
But for sure, like, guys, you still have to like clean yourself up.
Yes, please.
Like, come on.
Yes, you have to smell good. Brush your teeth. Wear deodorant. A little cologne goes a long way. That's every girl. What?
We were just talking about that.
Yes.
Like, smelling nice.
Yes, like, you'll remember smells. Like, you'll remember not what they say. Obviously, you're gonna remember how they made you feel, Maya Angelou, whatever. But you're gonna remember how they smell.
Like, even Mariel too. Like, I don't really smell as nice as I used to, because Mariel only wants me to smell nice for her now. So she doesn't like it when I do all that other stuff. She goes, well, how come when we went out last time you didn't? That's why I don't do it anymore.
That's funny. She's so funny.
Yeah, she's never liked that about anything. But for some reason, with that scent, that's how important scent is to women. She's like, well, if you're not going out with me, why do you need to smell that nice?
Yeah.
I was like, but I always smelled nice.
You're like, 'cause I'm the fat guy. What if I smell?
That's what it was, though.
Yeah,
because I was such a fat dude. I didn't want to be fat, smelly guy.
No, you smell great.
Yeah, so I was like, you can be fat, David, but you will never be fat, smelly, David.
Yeah.
So I always made sure I smelled the way that I smelled.
Yeah, you smell good.
There was always these 2 colognes I always mixed together, and there's this deodorant that I always use. So I always made sure I smelled good. And after Mariel was like, she likes it to be special for her, I just like, all right, fuck it then. I'll just be regular smelling David now.
And I like that. I didn't realize how important having your own thing was. Like, I didn't understand that concept, because when Bart and I were together, everything was online. Like, our whole CUNY talk was online, and like, a part of me never wanted that to be online, but I didn't know why. I didn't even know that I didn't want that online.
Oh.
I didn't understand that. I was just like, something about it just makes me feel weird that you know it. And I just thought that I was embarrassed by it. That's what I thought it was. I thought I was embarrassed by people knowing that we're like cute behind the scenes.
Oh, you didn't want
No, none of that. I didn't want any of that. I wanted it all to be private. I'm like a very, very private person.
Yeah, for sure.
And I wanted it to be my thing. And then once it was revealed, I'm like, fuck, it's not special anymore. So I get where she's coming from. Like, in a relationship, you have to have your special bubble thing. So I get it. Like, before I would have judged Mariel and I would have been like, damn, she's fucking controlling.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, no, that's like your like personal love thing, and that's fucking beautiful.
So do you guys have something now that's not the cutie talk that you do that's just for you guys? Because
now it's just the horny, sexy talk.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have that before, but now we have
horny,
that.
sexy talk? What do you mean you didn't have that before?
Bro, we were a fucking mess, man. We were like, so we were like soulmates, madly in love, that moved quickly into business partners. That are like employee boss relationship, because I'm working with JK, that then quickly escalated to business partners where we're now equals. And all we ever did was work. Yeah. So the relationship was just on the back burner. And sex just kind of became one of those things where it's like, fuck, okay, well, I can't shake this horniness. Want to fuck? Okay, let's do it. And it was just like let's just get it over with. So there was no real connection because we weren't acting like a couple, because we didn't have anything personal that was ours. It was like this is just what humans need to do.
Yeah.
And they let's just get it done. So yeah, we didn't have any of that.
Really?
We've come a long way, man. Now we're the best we've ever been. So now we have that.
But you guys have been together for such a long time, though.
Yeah, 11
But you
years.
guys also did Ask the Feels. So at the time when you guys were doing Ask the Feels, was it like that as well?
Yeah, I mean, because we had like decent sex. It wasn't like horrible. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but
what happened there?
I don't want to lie.
Yeah.
I don't want to lie, but Ask the Feels was about like just your experiences, your sexual experiences. So it wasn't necessarily just with him. Like, I've had other partners.
Got you.
So it's just an accumulation of stories.
Oh,
and then also just like my own fantasies were shared too.
Oh, because I've never seen an episode of Ask the Feels.
Yeah, please don't.
That shit was a little too much for me. Like it was like it's entertaining for you guys, but I've known these people for so fucking
you don't
long.
Do that.
If I have to listen to like 30 minutes of like cum talk from like people I've known for that long, it might be funny here and there, but it's still a little weird for me. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're not in the conversation.
Exactly. If I'm just voyeuristically watching
it's weird.
Yeah, but if I was in the room, it's funny.
Yeah.
But then now I'm like, I don't need to listen to this.
I can't even watch any of my friends' shit. I can't do it. Because not that they're being fake. That's not it at all. It's just that they have like their vision and their branding and they stick to that. And for me, I'm like, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I know the truth. Not that they're lying.
Yeah.
Like, I want to emphasize that. Like, they're still being themselves, but it's just a different level of like details or intimacy that we have.
Yeah, it's very important though, just to have something special that's why for Mariel, like for the longest time I didn't talk about her, right? She's never really that much on my channel. You know, I just recently started putting in more stories like here and there. And then she has her own like Instagram page. But other than that, and then she's been on the podcast a few times. Other than that, a lot of our personal stuff, like you guys will never know that shit.
Yeah, I love it.
I like, it's not possessive. Mariel is mine. That's my fiance. That's my wife. We have personal special things that I don't think it's privy for anybody else to know.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to put up that. Originally, I wasn't going to put up the proposal video, and I put it up 3 months later. I just sat on it, and I was like, this is actually kind of sweet. And I think like I want people to see what a real relationship looks like. Like, this is
awkward you are.
Yeah, very awkward. I was so nervous.
I know, you could tell.
I was mad.
That's the only
nervous.
thing I've watched that was yours.
Yeah. And, I was like, this is kind of sweet. And then Mariel was okay with it. I was like, cool. Well, let's put it up. Like, I think it'll be nice. But at first, I was very apprehensive about putting it up because I think having special things between me and her makes things more exciting, too.
It does.
It
does. Because, like, again, like, there's so much of you that you give to your friends, that you give to your audience, that you give to your parents. Like, and it's nice to have, like, that special connection or memories or just talks with each other. Like, Bart and I didn't have that. Like, we would go on trips and it was everyone. We'd go on a date and it's with everyone. And that
is very true.
And it's cool. And I like that because I love you guys. But at the same time, I'm like, wait, where do I stand then in this relationship? Like, I knew I was a significant other, but I'm like, what sets me apart other than us seeing each other naked.
Yeah.
Like,
when
what
you
sets us
mentioned that
apart?
too, like when we were all hanging out and stuff, right? And you know, at times it was like Bart was like, yo, let's hang out, right? Or it's like, yo, I'm gonna go eat. It was either you were always there, and I was like, oh, like I guess he always has his girl with him all the time. Or then he was like, me and Gio are gonna eat, you wanna come? And I'm like, oh, who else is going? He's like, oh, just me and Gio. I'm like, y'all gonna eat by yourself? Or
Yeah,
you know,
it
it was always like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was always you, him, and somebody else, or it was the other way around.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's kind of it. I was like, oh, I guess they're just, you know, they've been together for a while now, so they don't need that time. But that was something that you needed.
It was. And I thought it was high school that I wanted that. I thought I was being very like immature, like I need to be around him like all the time. And I'm like, that's weird. Why do I need to do that? Yeah. And I didn't realize like there's a balance, bro. Like you should connect with your partner one-on-one, and it's just a different energy. It's a different vibe. You have different conversations. Yeah, I didn't know. I just thought I was being selfish. And he's like not very, or at least back then he wasn't very emotionally intelligent. So for him it was like, well, we all love each other, don't we? Let's all hang out.
Yeah, you know, Bart too is very interesting because he's a very emotional person, but he doesn't. Sometimes he doesn't know how to analyze other people's emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even his own.
Yeah. So he doesn't know what happens. So when he really says, like, I need you to explain this to me, he needs you to explain it to him because he's not saying it to be like, fuck you, I don't know what's going on. He genuinely doesn't fucking
really
know.
Yeah. And I feel bad because it's frustrating. Because I'm like, what do you mean? A hug works like this. Yeah. This is what a hug's supposed to do. He's like, I mean, I'm exaggerating here, of course, but like to that degree where I'm like, fuck, this is so fucking frustrating.
Dude, even so, she got so frustrated. She would call me or text me. He's like, can you explain this to Bart?
Please.
And then one time too, we were training. I had to take Bart aside and I'm like, hey, bro, this and this is why what you said was not right. You need to go home and apologize. And he's like, yeah. So he's not trying to be an asshole.
Ever.
He always, and I've always told her too, I was like, the best thing about Bart is that he always has the best intentions.
Always.
And he always without fails tries.
Yes.
And so if anything else, my biggest like indicator of somebody who is really good to be in a relationship with is even though they're not perfect, they're always trying to make sure that they're doing right. And that's who Bart is to the max. He always tries.
Yeah.
It's his best quality.
I love that. I think anyone's best, like, I don't care what you did. I don't care the decisions that you make. As long as you learn from it and you change them. I'm assuming that they're bad, right? And if I see you trying to change that, like if you're like, fuck, I hate that about myself, and you try to change it, oh my God, I'm yours forever.
Yeah, and it's not going to be like a 180 turn right when it happens when you figure out what the problem is. It's going to be small baby steps. There's like habits, like me putting the toilet seat down. Like I told Mary, she used to hate it. And we had a big conversation not too long ago where I was telling her, I was like, hey, you can't keep yelling at me about this toilet seat down thing.
Does she put it up when she's done?
No, she does not.
It's the same thing.
Exactly. But you know what I told her was that I grew up in a household where it was all boys and there was one lady. So I've been doing this for 20 plus years. You can't expect me to change overnight, but I need you to acknowledge that I'm trying my best. So if I had the toilet seat up 3 times out the week, well, guess what? That means like the other, 40 times it was down. So my ratio is pretty good. So you can't take it as he's saying fuck you to me. He doesn't want to do this.
Yeah.
I'm trying, but I'm going to forget. Just give me that grace.
Yeah.
Like, and I told her too, like I've given you that grace multiple times. I was like, remember back in the day when you used to fucking knee me in the nuts and you thought it was so funny? Oh my God,
I remember that. You were so pissed.
I get so mad. And she goes like, why? I'm just play fighting. You are hitting my baby maker.
Yeah.
And I told her, you don't know what it feels like. If you hit me in the nuts and I collapse to the floor.
Yeah, that's huge.
Pretty bad. I was like, yeah, if you like nut check me, it's like, slight sting, but you're sticking your knee full force into my nut sack.
They're in your neck.
Yeah. And so I'm just on the floor and she's like, just walking off like it's funny. And she goes, you let your other like girlfriends hit you. They don't strike me in my nutsack like that. Yeah. Do you not understand?
She's so funny. I think you and Chio were wrestling in a Instagram picture, like post, and then she has to type it in. She's so fucking cute. She types in, how come he never lets me do that to him?
I know. I'm like, what are you saying, dude?
I love her.
She was like, well, he's doing all this stuff too. I was like, it's different, dude. And I was like, I also want you to be my fiance, my lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is the same thing of you don't want me to treat another girl like the way I treat you. It's different.
Right.
Like we're special. Like I find you attractive. I find you sexy. Like this is what I like.
Yeah.
So don't expect me to have the friend tickle fighting ball sack punches like I have with them with you.
Yeah, that's weird.
I was like, you wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
You want me to find you attractive. You want me not to want those things from you.
Yeah.
You know? But I think sometimes she kind of sees that as like, I'm having a certain type of fun with other people than without her. I was like, but the type of fun we have, I'm not giving that to other women. So you got to understand.
Ew, please don't say it like that. Ugh.
The type of fun that we have, not the type I'm going to give to other women. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like when we play Connect 4, you know what I'm saying? And when we play Monopoly, I don't play Monopoly with nobody else.
All right.
We play Monopoly.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's true too. Like if you probably told her that way, it's like, oh yeah, I can kind of see that, you know?
Oh, are you hinting that I...
Maybe if you told her that, then maybe she would kind of understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, she's different now.
Yeah,
you guys have evolved so much.
She's the best. I mean, now we just bicker. That's the only thing that we do.
I know. Fuck. I went hiking with these fools, and oh my god, all I heard was burr, 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 burr. And I'm like, thank God it's not me.
That's how we bicker, dude.
And both of you were wrong. That was a beautiful thing. So they were talking about
I was not wrong.
David wanting a car, and she's like, but you said you hate that car. And he goes, I never said I hate it. And then he kept going, you said you hate it. And then they were both wrong. And I was just like there with Taika and Fawn just laughing because I'm like, y'all both dumb.
No, she's wrong. She was wrong and I was right.
You were both wrong.
No, for the record, she was wrong and I was right.
Because you're trying to play a memory game, and then like literally one thing you said you didn't say, you did say, and I was like, that's fucking funny.
No, you guys are all dumb.
Okay,
you're dumb.
fine.
You don't even know what's going on in your life, dude. How about you fix your goddamn self? But yeah, we get over things pretty fast. Our first 2 years though, she and I were at just locking horns all the time.
Sounds hot.
We fought.
Oh, it's bad.
No, okay. We fought so much. Like we fought all the time. Locking horns with two guys would have been hot because that's like two dicks fucking with each other. But no, locking horns means fighting.
Okay.
But we used to fight 24/7 all the fucking time. Damn. Like scream at each other.
Yeah, I remember.
I hated that shit, dude.
Yeah,
and that was like the time I was like, oh shit, I might have to leave this girl because she brings the worst qualities out of me. But then we just figured
You're so stupid. That just meant that you really cared about her. Because if you didn't give a fuck about her, it wouldn't even be a topic of conversation. You'd be like, you're dumb. Next one.
Oh, and I found that out with the last girl that I was with, that I really didn't care about her, which was true. But I didn't really recognize that because she would just go do whatever. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I just move on.
Right.
And then she hated that. She was like, oh, how come he doesn't really care? I was like, I do care. I'm just letting you live.
Yeah, because you don't care.
It's because I didn't care. Like I didn't really care whether you got home or not. I didn't care. I just assumed that you would always be okay. But with Mariel, it's different. I'm like, I'm mad at her because she's so physically fucking weak. It bothers me.
She's not though. Like she has I mean, I guess you probably know, but I feel like if you had to put us to fight each other, I'd feel like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to go a little bit harder on her.
No, you would absolutely destroy her because her upper body is very weak. So I'm trying to get her involved in jiu-jitsu classes. I think it'll help with like self-confidence as well too. So I just want her to be able. That's why she has pepper spray and shit on her now.
Oh, you got it for her?
I ain't trying to have her get raped.
Yeah.
And I don't think so.
That was the type of shit that would piss me off about Bart too, because this is the difference in perspective that we had in our relationship, was that he thought I was so capable. Not that I'm not. I'm pretty fucking capable, but he saw me as
capable. You're very capable.
He saw me as this very capable, independent queen, as he put it. So anytime a guy would hit on me, he would never come in to be like, are you okay? Is he bothering you? None of that. He would just stand off to the side and just laugh. Because he was like, I know she's going to reject his ass. It's going to be so funny. But I would feel unsafe. Because I'm like, dude, it's... Like, I remember the most recent one, or back in the day, he was like 6'7" or something. Huge dude. And I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, babe, are you like gonna like rescue? And he wouldn't do anything.
I wouldn't have either. That guy's 6'7".
Yeah. And I'm like,
because he's not gonna slap you, but he'll sure as fuck slap the shit out of me.
Yeah, but I wanted to feel small and protected.
Well, I was small and unprotected. All right, I understand. If there was a 6'7" dude hitting on Mariel, I would have walked in and been like, listen, man. You like some water? Like
bullshit. You would not do that. You would.
Yo, what's up, cut?
You wouldn't do that either, but you would make sure she's okay. I mean,
I would have just pretended to be the gay friend then. And I was like, girl, you need to stop. And I would just grab her away. She's not interested in you, motherfucker. And I just giggled off.
You would not
Baby,
do that.
We would have died.
You would not do that.
I think she's very capable. Well, I guess it goes to show who I do care and I don't care about, because with that last girl that I was with, there was this big old black dude that was hitting on her. She felt very uncomfortable. He was hyper aggressive and I couldn't stop laughing. So I walked away, and this was at the airport, and I was like, hey, I texted her, are you okay?
You're an asshole.
And she was like, where are you? And I was like, tell her that you already have a boyfriend. And I sent her a picture of Terry Crews naked. And I was like, show that to him.
You suck.
Yeah, it was really funny though. I was cracking up.
No, girls hate that.
Oh, she did hate it.
There are 3 things that girls that will end an intimate relationship or will make a relationship really bad is what I learned. One of them is females need to feel seen. And you do a really good job at that. So you already are smashing it there. Like if we get like a haircut, if our man, and this is specifically for intimate relationships, if a man's like, wow, you did something different. Did you cut your hair? Or is that a new shirt? Or damn, I like those shoes, with kind of like becoming a friendish, but like just it shows us that you pay attention to us.
Yeah.
And that for us goes a long way. The second one, not in any particular order, but the second one is we have to feel like you're trying to understand us. So whenever we're venting, and you're good at this too, that's why you're like my girlfriend. Yeah. But yeah, like whenever we're venting, it's because we're venting and we just need to get it out and blow off some steam, not because we're hopeless and we don't know what to do. It's just like, just listen and just ask questions. Don't try to solve our problems. The final one is feeling unsafe. Like if we ever feel unsafe, then that will for sure.
What about if the guy feels unsafe at the same time?
Then he's a bitch.
Then who's going to comfort who? Huh?
I don't know. Who warms the sun, David? I don't know these answers, okay, bro?
Chicken or the egg. Answer it right now, you fucking bitch.
I don't know these answers.
Those are really important. Like those things.
Those are huge. Those are huge in a relationship. And then for men, they have 3 C's. The first one is men don't want to be criticized by their women. Which is kind of funny. And then that's very detrimental to them, right? Because a man wants to be your superhero. He's doing everything for you. And I'm talking about a mature man.
I agree with that.
Right? I'm talking about a mature man, not an immature man that's like fucking immature. So he doesn't want to be criticized by his woman.
And that's what we call nagging.
Yeah.
That's what I call nagging.
And that'll end it. Like you'll start seeing her differently. You're like, fuck, I don't want to fuck you right now because you're being a bitch. The second one, again, in no particular order, is cutting off communication. Like anytime, like if something's wrong, right? And then we're like, no, I don't want to talk about it. But you clearly know something's wrong. Like that eats away at you guys.
For sure. I've told her that many times.
Yeah.
I was like, don't do this. I also hate it when she does this. She goes, hey, I have something important to tell. Never mind. And I go, son of a bitch. You're about to ruin my whole fucking day.
Yeah.
Tell me what it is. She goes, it's really not that important. Just fucking tell me. It's not. It's nothing. It doesn't matter. Just tell me what it is. She goes, I was going to fart. I'm like, why didn't you just tell me that?
Yeah.
Goddamn lady.
But more so it happens when like, you know, there's like some type of trouble or like we're arguing or bickering or something happens. Like we need to keep clear communication with you guys. The final one is controlled. Anytime a man feels completely controlled, that's when shit's gonna go bad.
Just let us fuck anybody, man.
No. I said mature man. Mature man. Like a man likes to feel free, like capable, like he's capable to roam. And
yeah, Mariel does a great job of that too. That's why, like, even with Joe, he kind of noticed too. He goes, yeah, if I hit you up, like, you don't have to ask her for bread. You just come out and hang out. It's like, yeah, because I don't have to ask her for permission for shit like that, you know. But if I go travel out of town and I don't tell her, that's where I get in trouble.
Of course, yeah, because now she's like, is he alive?
Yeah, like if you're around the corner, let's go get dinner. I'll just tell her, hey, I'm gonna go get dinner. I'll be back. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Don't control me, fool. All right, I'm a fucking firefly, dude. Don't fucking shut out my light.
Yeah, that's any man.
Look at you. Is that from Tony Robbins as well?
We had a relationship day, and they were talking about like any successful relationship needs to be polarizing. So some men possess more feminine energy, or some men possess more masculine energy. You know what I mean? Like we know some men that are a little bit softer. Not to say that it's a bad trait. Like it doesn't matter if they're gay or straight. They just have more feminine energy, and that's okay. But what tends to happen, and if they have a successful relationship, usually the female is a little bit more masculine, and that's okay because now they have that polarity, and they like that about each other. And when I heard that, I was like, oh my god, that's really another thing that happened with Bart and I back in the day, where I became a man too. So of course we're not gonna want to be intimate because now he's like, I don't want to fuck this man. He didn't know that. He was just like, she's just not being soft. She's not being cute. So because I was not being soft, and the whole cuny talk started happening because he was like, well, I got to make this bitch soft somehow. And then we talk that way. And now I'm like, he's bringing on the feminine energy where I'm going, I don't want to fuck this baby.
I forgot we had a conversation. It was so funny, but he was like, yeah, you guys were kind of joking. I forgot it was like Jake Knows or we were just hanging out. Because like, yeah, like I try to hit on her all the time, but she's just not in the mood. I was like, but how did you try to hit on her though, dude?
God, yeah.
I was like, how? He was like, you know, I was like, did you like because you said like you grabbed her ass, like, but did you grab her ass like you were trying to fuck, or did you go like, "Hey, Mama Bear"?
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
the one.
Which one was it? I was like, because those two are different things, dude.
Bro, yeah, yeah. I'm like, I ain't trying to fuck a baby. That's weird. Yeah. I'm like, I want a man. Like, I want a man in bed, and that's a huge thing. And once I like revealed that, and when I figured it out on my own, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't realize.
Like Mariel too, she's not one of those people who are just like openly intimate. You could tell like she's not big on hugs. She didn't really grow up with a lot of that stuff, but I grew up on a lot of hugs.
Yeah.
Right? So I hug everybody, guys, girls, whatever, animals, dogs, babies. I'm that guy, you know? And so for Mariel, like she, even like stuff when I flirt with her, she doesn't like it when I grab her ass. And I'm like,
is it in public or even in
home?
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I like grabbing ass. Like that's my shit.
Yeah.
You know, so she just like, she'll be okay with it sometimes and sometimes not. And then it was funny because she was asking her best friend, she goes, "David's weird. He grabs my butt." She goes, "What? I love that." She goes, "Who doesn't love that stuff?"
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, every girl that I've been with, they like when you grab their ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've always tried to just grab her ass when she's like doing the dishes or something like that. She's like, "Stop." And I'm like, damn it, I just wish you would like that, because that's something I like. You know what I mean? I like getting physical, because I'm not going to do that to some other random girl.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to do it with you. So if I can't do it to anybody, I'm just grab my own ass. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Let me grab your butt, woman. Like,
yeah.
Ugh.
Did she figure out where that comes from?
She just never grew up with physical touch like that, so it kind of makes her feel uncomfortable.
Wow.
So even on the regular intimate level of hugging friends, even her coworkers know, like they'll hug her, but they know that, oh, they have to finesse it a little bit.
Ooh, I got to make her feel uncomfortable now. I'm gonna hug the shit out of her.
You gotta hug the shit out of her, because even with her, she was like, even, you know, because I always say I love you to you all the time. I give you a hug, I give you a kiss before I leave.
Yeah.
And for her, she was like, that's. I was like, I didn't grow up with that. I always see it so weird. It's like, you're always so comfortable with Gio, you're so comfortable with Bart. You give Bart a lot of hugs. Like, I just don't do that with my friends. I was like, well, yeah, because we're family. Like, I have to hug them. Like, if I don't, I feel weird.
Does she yearn for it? Like when she sees you do it, she goes, "Man, I wish I
well,
could
we hug each
that."
other a lot. But
not you, not her to you or you to her, but like just that feeling of connection with people. Does she?
Oh, yeah, she does yearn for it. She wishes she could do that with other people, where, you know, if she sees you, she comes up and gives you a fat hug, or
cute.
Gives Bart a fat hug, because, you know, she always sees me do it. And I was like, but you see my mom and dad. I give my mom kisses till this day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like 30-something years old. She's 70 years old. I still give her kisses.
Yeah.
Like, this is how I grew up. And
She's got to practice.
Yeah. And it's like, this is what I do. This is the way I show affection. Like, if I don't do this for somebody that I truly love, it almost feels weird now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's odd for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah. That's fucking cute. But you guys have polarity.
Oh, for sure. We got mad polarity.
For sure have it. Yeah. Yeah. Like even with your bickering, like you can sense if things are starting to get a little bit serious. And by serious, I don't mean like intense.
Yeah.
Like when like there's a weird relationship communication that happens. Like, yes, you could tell we're like playing and bickering and play fighting,
but
and then
you got to know when to back down.
There's that tone or that last final word where you're like, oh shit, it's about to go into serious town, and then you sense her back off and be like more feminine, and I can sense you back off, and I sense your guys is like, David's the man here, and she's the.
What I love about her the most is that she always gets shit done that I don't want to do. Like, for example, like we're going to Vietnam, we need to get our visa done, right? Like, I hate doing that little fucking small little shit. I can do it, but it bothers me. But she'll get it done without having me ask. I'm like, oh, I like it when you take control, you know? Or when our flight fucks up, she gets all the flights fixed. I'm like, that's fucking tight.
Yeah.
Because I would have done it, but I would just be cursing up a storm as I do it.
Yeah, no, you would stress us the fuck out.
Exactly. So she goes, I'll just fucking do it.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of realized, like, I really need her for these type of things, because I can't do it myself. Or if I can, but it's just a bigger ordeal.
Yeah.
So polarity.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got it, but not really, but yeah.
Yeah, no, polarity, all right?
Yeah, okay, fine.
It's where the sun aligns with the moon.
Absolutely, and then the ocean.
And the ocean currents come in, and then the seals start to mate all at once.
You're going to have the best sex life ever, bro.
Polarity.
Yep.
That was, how long have we been doing this for?
Really?
An hour and a half.
Oh, no, I was like barely getting warmed up, man.
Dude, you want to keep going? I'm down.
I'm down too.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
We were talking about polarity and relationships.
Yeah. Fuck, I learned so much. And then what was dope, and it was really reassuring, because I was like at this point in that, so it's a 6-day seminar. By this point, I think it's like day 3 or 4. And I'm completely like torn to shreds. Mm-hmm. Like I'm completely vulnerable. If you met me at that time, you would be like, Gio is the warmest, kindest, most loving, softest female I've ever met. Like I didn't even recognize myself.
I already felt that about you though.
But to where you didn't have to squint to see that. You know what I mean? Like it was like I would look at myself, like had like, what is it called? Like out of body experiences. And I'm like,
who this?
I'm like, who this bitch? I'm like, I like her. Like I was dancing and being all cute and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So by this point, I'm like completely open and vulnerable. And he was like, one of the exercises was like, okay, like sit there and really try to imagine what your perfect relationship will look like. Like what's the intimacy gonna look like? What's an argument gonna look like? What's like an accomplishment together gonna look like? And you're just sitting there and you're trying to imagine like your perfect relationship, you know? And like he's like, okay, now for the next 10 minutes, I want you to write. And as you're writing, you can hear him say like, what about when this happens? What's the sex gonna be like? What's this gonna be like? You know, so he's feeding you more like ideas to write off of. And like the more I wrote, and then when I completed my fucking 4 pages of what my perfect relationship looks like, I was like crying. I started crying because I'm like, fuck, I fucking have that.
Yeah.
It was so dope. It was so dope. Like I could cry right now just thinking about it.
That's crazy. I would have never thought that. That's so interesting.
Thought what?
Well, when I'm thinking about like what my perfect relationship is, and if I don't ever think to write it out, I just kind of know that I enjoy what I have. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like there, you know, people have thoughts of like, you know, I'm a guy, so if I see a bad bitch, I always look. I'm like, oh shit, that girl's fucking fine as fuck.
That's what guys usually do.
And then it goes, but that's always as far as it goes. It goes, bing. But it'll never go into what's it like being with this girl.
Yeah. Oh,
I wish I was with her. I wish she was with me every day.
Yeah.
It's never gone from here. Like it always stops here because all this other stuff is already fulfilled by this woman here. You know what I mean? So it's like what I see here is just that girl's fine. Is what it is, and then you move on, you know. So I think that's when I start to realize, oh, I really, really care about this girl.
Yeah.
Where it has never ever moved past that. Like even like sometimes, like if you're a horny guy, like you see this as like, maybe I want to fuck that girl, but then that's like the thought that pops in your head, and then it just goes to, all right, whatever, move on.
Right.
It's very fleeting. It just it doesn't really mean anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just
100%.
like this animal attraction to somebody, and then it goes, I had the thought, I'm done, and then you just move on. But like it never like enacting and then moving past that, it has never gone there because all this other extra stuff, this woman has all that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And even this part that where I find this girl attractive, she also has that too. So it's just a notice.
Yeah, it's just your lower biology, I guess.
Yes.
Not like your lower biology.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then kind of going based off of what you're saying right now, he says that when a woman cheats, it's usually because she felt unseen. Because it's like
I agree.
Yeah, because guys like you guys are visual. Like you just said it, you know, like this hot chick walks by, like you're gonna look and you go, damn, I wonder what it's like to fuck her. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you're trying to carry out a fucking scheme.
Yeah.
But it's just your biology. So like us female knowing that and then like feeling like we're unseen by our significant other, like he was like, that's the number one. I'm like, fuck, that's fucking crazy.
I 100% agree though. Like I think like a majority of the people that I know that went through that whole phase, it was because that whole unseen thing happened a lot where everybody, I mean, this is kind of rudimentary, but it's like people on the surface, everything looked great and things were being ignored constantly. Yeah. But then it was just like, oh no, that person didn't feel great. You know what I mean? But you guys never sat down, talked about it. Yeah. You as a guy thought everything was fine and dandy because there was a roof over the head, bills were being paid. Yeah. But then this person wasn't being acknowledged and then shit started to fuck up. And then usually for the guy, it's just that motherfucker just wanted to fuck different pussy. And I'm like, oh shit, this is so interesting. Yeah. That's how it is for the guys anyways. They just either got drunk or they just wanted to fuck somebody else and they just fucked somebody else and they fucked up. It's like, oh god.
Yeah, he didn't want to talk about the guy, how that happens, because I figured like for guys it's just because he's fucking horny. I don't know, or maybe because all those things just didn't happen.
It probably happened for, I'm just talking about my experiences with the dudes. Like a couple of friends who like cheated. It was because he got drunk and he just fucked somebody. Yeah. And it wasn't because things were bad between them. This guy just fucking horny. Like he always wants to fuck random girls. Yeah. And he was like that before he got with this girl. And then when he got a little drunk, all his inhibitions went away. Oh, and then he just, fucked this girl. And then they had to go through that whole experience.
Bart and I are so good now. I think if he were to cheat, like if he were to have sex with someone, I'm so secure with the type of love that we have that I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. I wish you would have came to me. But if it happened, I think I'd be like, okay, well, it happened. Like, just don't do that shit again, you stupid asshole.
That's it? You wouldn't get mad? So. You wouldn't get mad?
I think so because it's like evolved so much.
I'd fucking bury her alive. I would literally.
Assuming she didn't know that he was with someone. If she knew I was in the picture, I'd fuck her up.
I would chop her legs off, and I would make sure that she would never run again. Because she loves.
But she still has a live pussy. We gotta kill the pussy.
I don't give a fuck. Nobody wants none of that shit. Bloody stumps.
Really? Guys are disgusting. They fuck a couch.
I don't give a fuck. I know she likes running and being active, and I'll take that away from her.
So you're gonna fuck her?
No.
But not really fuck her. You're fucking her because you're taking away her legs. It was a joke. God, I suck.
Let me tell you something. If she, I even told this to her before. I was like, if you fucking leave me, just to let you know, I'm gonna die. So have that on your conscience.
Why would you die?
Huh? I will make it happen.
Wait, who would die? You would die?
I would die.
If she were to leave you?
I was like, if you leave me, I'm dead. So have that on your conscience. I genuinely, well, I've already told her too, like if, let's say as of right now, right, something crazy happens. There was a huge car accident. She passes away. I guarantee you, I probably wouldn't be in another relationship forever.
Wow.
But you know me, I'm fucking loyal, dude. And the reason why is because I never got to fall out of love with you. You just left me. And you were just taken from me.
That's so I wouldn't. Beautiful.
Is it? I don't know. I just don't have that thing. And I told her, she was like, you would be. I was like, I don't think I can. Because if you're gone, like there's no closing of this chapter.
Yeah.
And would that girl be okay of me visiting your grave every year, the day that you died when we were together?
Oh my God, you're a Korean drama.
I am a Korean drama. I'm loyal as fuck. And I told her too, like if we had a kid and you passed away, 100% I'm not getting with anybody. I'll just be single for the rest of my life, and then we'll just have a kids. That's it.
You know how much pussy is gonna be thrown at you now that you just said that?
Really? Why? I don't know. But that's just how I am.
Women love that. Like to know that like you fucking long for us that much. We're gonna be like, oh, we want to be with you now.
I've told her that too. But I said like if I pass away and then she's with somebody else, just know I'm going to haunt you for the rest of your life. I'm going to haunt you for the rest of your life. I'm going to haunt you. You could do it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be watching you guys fucking all the time, just like this, just as a ghost, just watching.
Oh my God.
So just to let you know, like I don't have that. I think it took me so long to find somebody that I can really respect, appreciate, and connect with, to have to go through all that over again just to find something else that, to be honest with you, probably won't be as good as this person that I had before.
That's fucking
it's not
beautiful.
Worth it for me. Why?
I think because like I know you very well, but I don't get to see this side of you for obvious reasons. But like yeah, to hear you say that shit is that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, like I like the type of love that I have for Mariel, it's pretty intense. Like she may not understand it because she wants me to be more with the verbal affirmation and stuff like that, which I think I do give a lot. She just wants a lot more, which is hard for me. But like because we've been through so much and I really love where we're at right now, it's just to have that taken away from me is something that I just don't want. Like I can't deal with it because it's took so long. And people have to realize too, like if you like a lot of qualities about me right now in a relationship, it's only because I was with Mariel.
Yeah.
So even the thought of me like cheating on her means that I have to disregard all the positive things that she's done for me. Who I am now is because of her. So if you like this stuff out of me, it's only because of her.
Yeah.
If she's not there, these qualities are also gone as well. So I am a better person because she brings that out of me. These are like good.
That is beautiful, bro.
Oh, is that poetry?
Yeah, that's fucking beautiful.
That's the type of loyalty that I have for her. So it's like, you know, when I was younger and I went on shows and we were first going out, like I would specifically just go to shows and go into my hotel room because, you know, like we're still fresh and young. So if I had any thoughts of
fan pussy's wild.
Yeah, and you know,
that's what I've heard.
When it throws at you, it throws at you. You know what I'm saying?
Bart would tell me some stories, man.
Dude, there would be times too, and I told these people too, like there was a girl who fucking stole my, I always get 2 hotel keys. She took one out of my wallet and she showed up in my room. And I was like, damn, bitch, I'm fucking in flip-flops and socks. Hell, you got some low self-esteem.
Yeah, that is.
And low self-esteem pussy is the best. Yeah, excuse me.
DM me, girl. I'll work with you. You need some help.
Yeah, you know, like shit like that. But like for me, it's just, all that stuff doesn't matter. Even like sex too. It's like sex, you could really get sex anywhere if you want.
Yeah.
It's that accessible.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not if you get a fucking hooker. It doesn't matter. You can get pussy or dick whenever you want.
But not an incel.
Maybe not an incel. Yeah, but yeah. So like all that stuff that I see too, it's like that's the stuff that really just makes me not care about anything else. It's like, oh shit, like I'm a good person and I have these great relationship qualities because I learned it from her.
That's so cute. Stop. You're going to make me cry, you bitch.
Oh, really? Am I
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Because imagine too, even for all the stuff that you and Bart went through, a lot of the stuff that you were allowed to find out about yourself is because you found somebody who wanted to take the time to go through your bullshit.
Yeah.
And because of that, you're allowed to evolve. There's a lot of people who sees flaws in people and they run away.
Right.
There's not a lot of people who want to root and say, you know what? If you're going to go through this, I'm going to go through it with you and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah. I've left a lot of relationships because I'm like, I'm not your mom.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be here for this.
Exactly. I do that with like certain friends too sometimes. You know, I don't want to be people's parents and moms. So it's like, I don't want to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
There was a moment too where Mariel and I, when we first moved in together, I was having like a bit of an anxiety attack because I hate it when my space is in control. This is why I can't smoke weed. I don't like not being in control. And so I couldn't get the podcast room right. I couldn't get things unpacked in time because I was traveling in between things so much. So I was staying up till like 4 a.m. every day, organizing, cleaning, not sleeping at all, eating still, of course, but I wasn't. But,
yeah, you didn't look like you were malnourished.
Yeah, at all. I was quite nourished and I just wouldn't sleep. And I just fucking snapped one day because things weren't fitting in the podcast room right. So I was fucking cursing up a storm, just trying to break shit. And she just came in. She didn't get mad at me. And she was like, I'm going to take you out. We're going to go out to eat. You're going to step away from this room and we're just going to relax. It's like, nope, I got it. She goes, nope, you're not going to touch shit.
That's beautiful, man.
And she just took me away. And I don't know any woman that I've been with that has ever done that for me.
Yeah, it's hard because we take it personally sometimes.
Exactly. And she was able to not take it personal.
Very mature.
And then step away and say, I need to help my fiance rather than tell him he's being dumb. And I was like, oh shit, these are the small moments that I'm like registering. I'm like, this is the woman that I'm going to keep for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
No matter what random pussy that I ever come by or whatever, that shit doesn't fucking matter because you will never ever do that stuff, the stuff that she's done for me ever. Yeah. Like you would maybe at times might take it, you might find it funny, but she's always my ride or die.
Damn, dog.
Yeah. That's when I think that's a good key to find, like when you really find somebody, it's like, oh, this person's here for me no matter what. Even when I was sick, she's making me food, she's making me soup. When you hook up with people, they don't do that shit for you. They're just there for dick and pussy and that's it, and they move on. Yeah. And that's why I like monogamous relationships, because we get to develop these relationships that have something so much more intensity than that first fuck. Yeah, that's intense, that's passion. But when you move past that, it's just this weird thing that you don't know what it's like until you experience it. Yeah.
And I mean, just even on the topic of sex, when you find that person that you really connect with on that deep level, even the sex is more intense.
Oh, for sure.
Like you don't even have to, this is going to be fucking extra R-rated, but you don't even have to be thrusting or moving. It's like you can just, this sounds fucking vulgar as fuck.
Fall asleep and then fucking
you can be just, they can be inside you or whatever you're inside, and just that alone, you're just like, God damn, this is the best shit ever. Yeah. Because there's so much deep connection and like passion that like you don't need that porn shit.
Yeah, like emotional sex too is always the best. And I've always said too, and she knows too, like I haven't hooked up with a lot of women, you know what I mean? Like
big surprise.
Yeah, oh whatever, dude. Like I've always said this too, like the amount of women I've sexted with is on two hands. That's about it. But the only time that I've really
we gotta butcher. Are you counting this part though, bro?
No, not that. But we've like when I've had hooked up with women that I wasn't really dating, it was because I was going through a fucking dry spell, and I was like, I just need to fuck somebody. And it's happened like a couple of times, but it was always the worst sex. Like it was just because I just wanted to nut, you know? And it got the job done, but after it was like, yeah, it was cool.
You showered with your clothes on?
Yeah, and then I started crying a little bit and I shaved my head, you know?
You wouldn't eat for days?
I wouldn't eat for days. No, I would eat.
Yeah, that's true.
I would eat for days. But it was always like a weird experience when I started to realize that a lot of the stuff that my guy friends told me, like getting pussy, random pussy, that they thought was very satisfying, I wouldn't say it's bullshit for them because that's who they are. Right. They like that shit. But for me, it never felt the same. When I was in a serious relationship and we were having sex, that's when it felt the fucking best. Yeah. And that's what I kind of started to chase. That's why I like monogamous relationships, because when we were having fun, laughing, enjoying each other, and then we would fuck, that was like peak shit. It's like, oh, this is what emotional sex feels like. Fucking a random person is here. Yeah. That's how it is for me anyways. It doesn't have to be like that for you, but when you get to connect with somebody, everything just feels so much better.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It becomes like this dope dance. And you're like, damn, did I just do that?
Did I
Who the fuck is this porn star?
It almost feels like a task too. I felt like if I had sex with somebody that I didn't really know that well, like it almost felt like I I always had like a mission. It was like, I have to make sure that this girl feels good. I have to make sure that she comes because I want to be known as a good sex partner.
Yeah.
Right? So I wasn't really fucking. It was more
known
like...
for who? The fucking female community? Like she's going to go and talk to the rest of the girls on fucking Facebook? Listen, this David So... And we're like, what?
Exactly. So it was such a weird thing and it felt very robotic. It felt like what was I really fucking for? If you wanted the nut, bro, you should just fucking jacked off and then moved on. What was the whole point of that shit? There was this whole ordeal.
Maybe you were seeking the relationship. You were like trying to convince yourself, like, because you had such a dry spell where you're like, well, I'm not fucking her because I need her pussy. Yeah. As vulgar as that sounds, you're like, she's probably funny. She's a good girl.
Yeah, you can rationalize a lot of things because even like somebody who I was with for a quick instance, like I rationalized giving her a chance because she went out of her way to ask me out, which was, I was like, oh, that's very bold for a woman. I was like, she's probably a cool person, even though we were friends at the time and I already knew that we weren't a good match, but I kind of rationalized it.
Right.
And then it lasted like 2 weeks and she flipped out on me, got mad. I knew she had a short temper and I told her to get out the place and then we never talked again.
Damn.
And we're friends, but we didn't talk like that again is what I meant.
Right.
So it's like, you know, when you're horny, you could rationalize anything, dude.
Yeah, that's how Bart was. Because for those of you that don't know, Bart and I were friends before we got together, and we were friends for like 3 years. So I remember seeing. So he's like this righteous guy, right? And like he has the fucking sharpest, straightest moral compass you'll ever meet. So for him, he'd never wanted to hook up with girls he didn't love. But there was this one chick that I saw. This is the story where I saw them having sex in public because I was with my boyfriend at the time. But yeah, like he would have this girl around and he swore up and down that he loved her, but she was like, everyone was like, nah, bro, like just admit it. You just want to fuck her because you just want to fuck her. Yeah. It's like, no, I swear I love her. And then after the fact, he's like, yeah, I think I just was trying to rationalize it. Like I didn't love her. She was pretty fucking dumb.
What the fuck? That's so funny.
That's the only one though. That's the only one Bart has where he was just like, I think because he was, before me, he was single for like 3 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's like, and he wasn't sleeping around with chicks or anything either. Yeah. Like, if anything, I'm like, bro, she just threw herself at you. Like, what the fuck are you? You should have like, this is me being his friend. I'm like, dude, you should have like, he would have girls sleep in his bed and they didn't do anything.
What the fuck, Bart?
Are you serious, bro?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That was not going to happen with me. If you're sleeping in my bed, I'm going to try something.
That's not going to happen with me either. If I'm sleeping in your bed, we're doing something. Like anything. We're going to, even if it's just making out for hours. I'm not going to be like, okay, good night, and then turn around. Like
mine is Gina. Weird. Gina slept in everybody's bed. Like,
oh, true.
She would always come over and sleep.
She's a home girl though.
She would come over and sleep over after she would get dumped by somebody. And I'm like, she's just like, bawling and snotting her nose. I'm like, all right, just go crash.
She's everyone's little brother for sure.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, she's a little different. You read the room on that one. You know what I mean? It's like, you go fucking fix yourself, dude. you know, like go sleep. Because she just didn't want to be alone in her place. It's like, all right, go. Yeah.
I mean, I've had my moments with you. Not moments. That sounded weird. We had a show in San Francisco and then it was just you and I. And we were like in the hotel room. Yeah, but like that was cool. Like I didn't ever feel weird.
So this is why I realized she was such a big pussy.
I was about to say some shit.
You
fucking guy.
This fucking loser.
I'm really comfortable. I forgot the cameras were rolling.
She was in her hotel room across from mine, right? I
fucking hate you.
And I didn't realize that she got freaked out by shit, but I was like, all right, cool. So
I'm very scared.
I like started like knocking on her door and rattling shit, and then she was freaking out. I didn't know she was scared of ghosts, and then she comes. I fucked her up so mentally because of all those like weird ghost sounds that I was making. She was like, "I gotta sleep in here now."
Fuck yeah!
I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" I was dying laughing because I didn't realize how freaked out she gets about that shit.
Yeah, I'm fucking terrified. I'm really trying to work on that now. But I'm fucking terrified of that shit. I'm like traumatized. Nothing's happened to me, but I'm just very fucking traumatized.
I felt a little bad after because I didn't know how serious it was.
Yeah, it's fucking serious.
I felt a little bad. I was like, oh,
it's bad. It's really bad. Even till this day out, like sometimes I just have to sleep with my phone on.
Yeah, and I told Bart too, I was like, yo, I didn't know she gets freaked out about that shit, dude. I was like doing like ghost shit and she got freaked the fuck out. He was cracking up.
Yeah. But you're like the few guys that I would trust to ever do that with.
Of course, I'm not doing shit.
No, I know, but like I just always like that's going back to me acting like a man all the time. Like that's why, because I always felt.
But I understand that too, because even Mariel knows that too. Like she sees me with a lot of like close like homegirls, and it's because there's no ulterior motive. Like the company of women and men are different, right? I like my men company. I also like my women company. And the problem with a lot of guys is that when they hang out with women, they always have this weird ulterior motive to be around them.
And females always feel it.
Yeah, and the girls aren't dumb. You know, they could. Well, some girls are, but
they are, but they still feel it, but they deny it or they rationalize it or they make it something else.
I agree.
But we feel it.
Yeah, they feel it. You know what I mean? And so when a guy doesn't have an ulterior, it's like, oh, he just wants to hang out. It's nice. You know what I mean? And also too, like how I met her too was through Bart. It was they were a couple, like they're a unit. So it's always Bart and Gio. So that's the relationship that we developed, right?
Yeah.
There's the other friends. When I got with Mario, we had a very flirtatious friendship. Like they were kind of like cuddle buddies. We're not friends anymore. We can't be friends because that's not how our relationship started. So they would come over. They would like. You know, they would sleep over.
Okay, you little pimp.
No, that's different.
I didn't know all this.
That's if they were single and they were dry, but they would come over. We would hang out or whatever, whatnot. You know, cuddle buddies and shit like that.
Okay, you've got a little bit of game.
But those relationships had to be cut immediately because we can't go from that and just be regular friends.
Did you guys hear that? That's a fucking mature man for you there. Because I've heard
I'm not trying
of
to get in trouble.
No, I mean because you're being mature, but there's also guys that are like, well, she was my friend.
Nah, that's not friends.
Like, bro, come on now.
That's not friends. That's not friends at all. When I was traveling, there was a girl that I guess we're not really friends because we were kind of fooling around a little bit, but this is when Mario and I were first started like dating and stuff, and we were going out, and then we kind of solidified it. So I went out to Florida, and this girl kind of like wrote something a little weird that didn't make me feel comfortable anymore. Because once I'm committed, I'm committed. And kind of what she wrote was like, blah, blah, blah. It was all fun and games. I was like, let's hang out, let's get some drinks or whatever. Even though we kind of messed around a little bit, but it wasn't anything serious. But then when I went back to the hotel, she wrote, hey, I missed you. And I was like, no. See, now things got weird. Because now we were having drinks and now you wrote, I missed you. And I had to write to her back. I was like, hey, this is where you kind of crossed the line.
Wow.
So we can't
How did she cross the line if you guys have been messing around though?
No, because at this point, I told her I was in a serious relationship.
Oh, I see.
You can't write, I miss you.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm an open book. Mariel can open up my phone. She has my passcode, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
And
makes sense.
I don't like hiding things from her. So I was like, you can't write stuff like I miss you. So if you write that means we're not friends.
Yeah.
So we have to cut that out.
That's tight.
Yeah. So it was just like weird.
That's dope.
And that was kind of hard for me too, because she and I just got together. So it was like, I don't know what was going to happen with Mariel.
Yeah. No, that's fucking respectful as fuck.
Yeah.
You
so
gave
it was
her
like
her space.
So that's, I think it's really important too. Like if you guys really do believe in like platonic friendships and relationships, you have to be that type of guy.
Yeah, because I mean, how fucked up is that, right? Like even though you didn't know if you and Mario were going to last, like you already...
I committed to her.
Yeah, you committed, yes. But like the relationship started off on the right foot. Because let's say it failed or whatever, but now it's like you kind of feel scummy because you just were like, well, let me keep people in my pocket.
Yeah.
Like that's fucked up.
Yeah. And if you're in an open relationship, those are like different stories.
True.
So,
very, very true.
Those are different.
The difference that we haven't mentioned in an open relationship, both parties are very aware that it's an open relationship.
Exactly.
So it's not like you are like, I have an open relationship. Mariel is like, well, it's just we're monogamous. Like that's completely different.
Oh, for sure. And I know somebody right now, and even it's like, who they are, but they, it's like the one person's in an open relationship, but the other person's in, it's like, that's not an open relationship then. I mean, you're just cheating.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
It doesn't.
I think I know, but maybe I do know. Maybe I do know.
Yeah, it doesn't really work out like that.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, like how much, like I've seen you like grow in the last like 3 years, just like emotion, not just you, it's just you and Bart.
Yeah.
And like you guys have just become a more tight unit lately. You guys are a lot more affectionate, a lot more loving, and not just to each other, just to other people as well. Like when I first came to JK, these motherfuckers didn't hug. Like they didn't hug. And I hugged everybody. And I didn't know that they didn't hug. So I just giving out hugs like a motherfucker.
We all loved it. We were like, oh. We were like icicles slowly thawing out. Oh.
Like I just give hugs. I was like, I like Bart, dude. Like when I first met Bart and Joe, I was like, I fucking like these guys,
Yeah,
dude.
They're the best.
Yeah, I was like, these guys are like my type of people. They're super fucking funny, easygoing.
Loyal as fuck.
Loyal as fuck. I gave Bart and Joe so much. Joe was a little hard to give hugs. Yeah, I mean, I kind of had to, I kind of forced it upon him a little bit, but Bart was way easier. Once he was okay with it, it was hugs all day.
Really? I felt like he was always a hugger, but coming from my fucking cold ass.
Yeah. Well, Joe was not easy with hugs. Like it was very whatever. Now Joe's really good with it. You know what I mean?
He'll swear to you up and down though that he's a hugger since high school. I would hug all the girls and the guys. I'm like, whatever, bro.
Yeah. Nah, I love hugging Bart, dude. Bart gives like fucking hugs, dude.
Yeah, he squeezes your butt too.
Yeah. That fool squeezes my butt, give me kisses. This was fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, I love him.
Like, I love hugging him because it feels like very warm and accepting.
And you feel very small.
I do. I feel like he could kill me at any point. He could just snap my spine.
Yeah, he loves you. Like, yeah. I mean, you feel the love that he has for people when he hugs you.
Oh, for sure. Like, yeah. That's why I always like Mario was like, you always just like kind of hug and hang on Bart. It's like, I really like him a lot, dude. Like, I like him. He feels like a brother that I never had. You know what I mean? Like, I have a brother now, but it's like,
I was like, bro, you have a
just
brother.
Different type of relationships, right? Because my brother relationship was different. He feels like that other missing brother that was always a part of my family.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So and I always connected to him.
It's because you know what it is. Your brother respects you. Your older brother respects you, and he gives you he sees you as an independent human. Whereas Bart, he doesn't respect you. He bullies you all the fucking time.
I like it.
And that's what you grew up watching on TV. That shitty brother. That's what Bart is.
I know. But like, because of Bart too, I've done a lot of things that I thought I couldn't do, right?
That's tight.
So it's like, even like with Muay Thai, like I got into Muay Thai because of Bart, because I saw him do it. And I was like, I did it like 10 years ago. Like, well, Bart's doing, maybe I'll try it too.
That's
and then
tight.
I became obsessed with it, and then I wanted to level up and match him a little bit, and now we can spar. It's not gonna happen. And now we spar each other. And now we spar each other, and it's fun, right? I wanted to give him something where he's not babying me while we spar.
That's tight.
And now we could spar each other, like, so it's fun.
Yeah.
And so,
he has so much respect for you.
Oh man, I love.
He'll never tell you, but he has so much respect for you. He's so proud of you. Like, he's always talking about how he's fucking proud of you, and he thinks you're so fucking creative and talented, and he thinks you're like,
that's my because I'm always chasing him a little bit. That's the weird thing, right? It's like, I don't think I have to, but I like chasing this older figure. You know what I mean? It makes me feel like I have something to look forward to, and I have something to bring to the table. Maybe it's something that you have. But Bart has always been very, like, he's always bullied me, but is very kind and loving.
Yeah, it's not ever real bullying.
Yeah, it's not real bullying. It always feels fun and it's always nice. So it's like, I've always appreciated that relationship. So that's why, like, even now, like, you know, I don't do JK News, but we still hang out. You know what I mean? Like, we make effort to see each other, and that's the cool thing. It's like, I don't really do that with a lot of people. It's like, if I see you, I see you. Yeah. With you guys, it's like, Bart always reaches out, and I try to reach out. You know, we go hiking and we see each other. We have breakfast. I love seeing Taika, and it's important that I develop this relationship because I want to keep it for a very long time.
Yeah, I love that. That's why you married us, dude.
I know, man.
I love that. I think like, even though our relationship at that point was like in a weird space, like, I love that it happened like that, you know? And like, and I've even been thinking about like renewing our vows, you know, that'd be tight, because now we're like at a different phase, you know, like I'm a different Gio than I was. It would, but then I think just the memories of that and like, let me turn into a man right now. No. And just having all those people, like, I'm like, fuck, it's not gonna be the same, you know? So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it. But there's some people we could exclude.
I could have done without a few people there.
That's funny. Yeah. But yeah, like, I don't know. We love you, and like you're the shit, man.
Ah, man, you know how it is, dude. David So always be loving family members, man. That's how I've been doing since day one, homie. You feel me?
You're stupid. No, but I'm fucking happy. Like, I'm like the happiest I've ever been. This is the most secure with myself that I've ever been.
I feel it too.
Yeah, my mind is clear. I'm not constantly like feeling anxious. Like, is this person gonna accept me? Like, do I belong at this table? You know, like I just feel really good.
Yeah, there's like these like small moments that I always like look back on, and I think I can always like figure why like our relationship is so strong. Even when your father passed away, like, I didn't really know your dad, right? But that shit kind of hurt me, because I saw how much it hurt your mom and how much it hurt you, right? And it was weird because I didn't really know your dad. I only made your dad laugh once, you know, and that shit was tight.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yeah, your dad laughed and he took it away from me so fast.
Yeah, that's him.
He just went, ah! And he just looked at me. I was like, did I just make him laugh?
Yeah, dude, that was huge. That's 100 laughs.
I was like, and that shit was so fleeting. I was like, I'm not even sure if it was my joke, but I think it was mine.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. And then when your father passed away, it was huge. And just like, I remember just like watching your mom cry. That shit fucking hurt me, dude. And she was just, you know, asking me, she was like, be there for Gio, like, be there for her. I was like, oh God, woman, you're killing me right now.
Like, she's a fucking bitch, though, lady.
I know. I was like, God, I was gonna leave, but now that you said this, like, fuck, man. You're anchoring me down.
Yeah.
But just like small moments like that, just like I've been like through so many parts of your like stages of your life, your relationship, from you having kids. It's like you're such an integrated part of my life now. It's like, oh shit.
Too bad, bitch. I ain't leaving.
I know. I can't even cut you out even if I wanted to.
Nope.
Like some of my best memories is with you, Bart, and Joe in the last 10 years.
It's tight.
And it's crazy. Like the Hawaii trips that we went on. Even when we all got those brand new cars together, right? Like he got his Porsche, Joe got the Jag, and I got the Tesla. I was like, oh shit, we're all like coming up together. And then we started businesses together. It's like, fuck, man. Like this is like, you're kind of like living the dream that you always wanted when you were younger, and it's actually happening. You're working with your friends, you're making good money, your family's becoming better, your friends are becoming better. This is a good life, and it allows me to reflect on these things, and I'm very, very happy about it.
How does it make you feel when people are ungrateful?
It fucking makes me mad, dude. It makes me feel mad. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I like reflecting on these things, and I think that always keeps me in a very positive headspace. And like I've said, you've grown so much too. You're like one of my favorite people, dude.
You hear that, motherfuckers? You hear that? That's all I was just working this guy
even
for hours. I was working your ass, and I was like really trying to make eye contact. And I just want to say, I did it. I want to thank God right now.
Even though she's dressed like a 1990s Brooklyn rapper, like I love her so much.
I love it. But Biggie you Talls, admitted it. No, I know I'm your favorite.
You're one of my favorite fucking people, dude. She's so like easy to be around. I genuinely love being around her. I love giving her hugs. I love giving her kisses. It feels like because I always wanted an older sister, and so like to you, that's what you always feel like to me. So that's why I always like giving her hugs. I like being around her, is because it feels so easy. And it's hard like that with like certain friendships. Sometimes when you have friends now, you always feel like you have to be on.
Yeah.
Right. With you, I never have to be on. So it's like, oh, we always joke around, fuck around, and then it's just nice. It's nice to just sink into your warmth. And you've always been like that though. Like, so that's why I've always been drawn towards you, because I always felt you were so fucking warm. Like you were always warm.
Yeah. You made me feel safe. When I was just in my own head about just who I was, I just always felt really comfortable with you, because you just made me feel like no matter what phase in my life I was in, or the dumb shit that I thought I said or that I actually did say, I just never felt judgment from you. I never felt any negativity. I just felt like you genuinely understood me, and you saw the best in me. So I was like, thank you, someone's on my team.
I'm always on your side, dude. I'm always on your guys' side, man. Like, even like it doesn't really matter. I think that's like the loyalty thing that a lot of people forget about. Like, loyalty doesn't mean that you just had that person's back no matter what. I think loyalty means that you're just willing to stick around with that person even though when they're flawed.
Yeah, dude.
That's the hard part.
That's what it means.
Like, it really is. It's like
because it's easy to love someone at their best.
Yeah, for sure. And they'll fuck up. They might even fuck up some stuff in the friendship and the relationship.
Yeah.
But you should be able to move past that and move on.
Yeah.
And I think like with you guys, I haven't had any real trouble with you guys ever. Like I've never ever looked at you, Bart, Joe, or anything and been like, I hate you, or you piss me off.
Yeah.
I haven't really had that.
I know, and we've like been in a lot of situations. Like we've traveled together. We've worked together. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been angry at any of you guys. Which is,
you annoy me sometimes.
I'm an annoying guy though.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah, but that's about it.
I've never like really been mad. I've never been mad at you guys. So I'm like, huh, that's so interesting. Like I'm around you guys a lot. Like, a lot. Yeah.
So
I was like, wonder what that is.
Especially traveling too. That's when you really get to see people's color. Or working.
I think also because we're very like go with the flow though. Yeah. We're never like cement when we travel. This has to happen. We have to do this. We're just like, it didn't happen.
Fuck it.
So let's move on. We'll figure it out. So it's always just very nice to have that.
Yeah.
Because when people try to take control of situations all the time is when I get stressed out.
Yeah, it's like, relax, bro. It's a vacation. It's not work.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, man.
Easy.
Use your brain, jackass. Shout out to my uncle, dude.
Yeah, I love you, unks.
Love you, man. Well, guys, that wraps this episode of the
how long
Genius.
Did we talk for?
2 hours.
God damn, dog. Yeah. I still got more in me.
No, we could talk for days, man. The next one, Bart's going to come on, and then after that, it's going to be you and him together.
Yeah.
I'm trying to spread this shit out.
Yeah.
Because Genius Brain needs great guests.
I can't wait till me and Bart are together. We're going to talk so much shit to you.
Oh, you wish. I'm going to fucking come guns blazing, dude.
Did you say come? You're gonna fucking come?
I'm gonna contemplating, guys. Okay. I'm gonna contemplating. No, but I want to bring you two together because I want to hear about the inception of your guys' relationship from two different perspectives, and it's always funny when couples talk about it separately.
His is so different than mine.
I know, and I can't wait to fucking hear it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Well, guys, you guys can catch the Genius Brain podcast on all audio platforms. Give us that 5 stars. Gio, where can they find you, as if they don't already know?
Just Google me. I'm just kidding. I'm on Instagram, Gio_Antoinette. On YouTube, Bart and Gio, Barbell Brigade. I'm all over the place, baby. JK News. Check it out. I'm there.
Barbell Brigade, man. They got some dope ass shit, dude. I always be wearing it all the time. It almost makes me feel like it's stronger when I wear it.
Yeah, you do.
Yep. 10 horsepower, baby. See y'all next time. Peace.
Bye.